Going.
Hello, welcome to Ashamed Canadian and the chat.
aka the sidekicks.
The sidekicks. How's
So,
everybody on chat doing?
welcome, Bud and KY. Good to see you here tonight, and hope everything's going good.
Thank you for
for you.
inviting us.
Oh,
Yes, thank you.
anytime. Oh, hold on. Fucking.
I'm holding.
Yes,
What are we holding?
we are.
What are we holding on to, Flash?
No, you're not allowed to answer it. This is a family station.
Actually, what are
You're
we
hold,
what are we holding on for? I didn't say what.
your hat. Oh, you're right. You're right. Well, you're holding your hat, so it doesn't blow up. Look, now if you guys happen to see that that's that guy from New York, one that like something Allstate. I watched for him. Okay, just when he comes in, watch for Allstate.
Allstate.
No, high upstate.
Allstate, yeah, the other guy.
Yes, the other guy.
You're in good
Oh,
hands
yeah,
with
Allstate.
Allstate.
Yes.
Well, I don't know about that, but
Yeah, when we had that big hailstorm here 7 years ago.
Yes.
7
Wait,
years ago.
Robert Bodell just entered the room.
Robert Bordeaux entered the room. Yes, this is where you're supposed to be, Robert. Yep, you got the right spot.
The veteran who lived across the street from me, he served with me at one time for a couple of months. I got there right before he retired. He was a lieutenant colonel. He retired, and we had this big hailstorm, and I had USAA, and he had Allstate. And I paid $1,000, which was my deductible, and his was 2,800. He goes, what? It said, it's yours is a percentage of the value of your home, and that's what we have to go by, So yours comes out to 2,800. He didn't know what I had paid, and a week later, he's talking to me. He says, "Man, how's it costing you?" I said, "Mine is 2,800." I said, "Oh, I have USA. It's 1,000." What? He said, "Here, thought I was doing good, saving $200 a year on insurance, but it just cost me,
Funny.
not $1,800, $1,900. I said, "Well, that's 9 years worth of insurance."
Hi, Redneck. Good to have you on. Or in chat, not on chat, in chat.
Yeah.
Good to see you too, Upstate.
one thing I would like to remind everybody is we're trying to help V4VETS get as many subscribers as they can. So if you guys can, please go over, like, share, and subscribe, and help these guys out. I'll be saying this all night, so let your friends know everything, and just sit back and listen and see what these guys are doing.
Right now, we're in a process tomorrow contacting our lawyer there in California, and we'll be initiating the LLC paperwork and the EIN paperwork. That should go real fast to get the LLC and the EIN, and that's your employer identification number, so that if someone donates, we can give that to them so they can take it off their taxes. Now, the other paperwork for the charity itself, it's going to take 2 to 4 months. So, but
And
as
yeah,
long as we have that EIN, I mean, boom, you can take that off taxes this year already.
Also, with the way the 501c goes, is we're gonna have to come up with about seven. Well, if we do the EIN number on this end, then we'll only have to come up with 600 and something to get it initiated, and then anywhere from 400 to 850 in taxes. It goes on how much you actually make. Anything up to 10,000 is 400. Anything over that, 850. And then, of course, the IRS has to decide what they want your registration fee to be. which so we're going to do the LLC to get the business name and the EIN to get the tax relief thing. So KY who's the accountant of our channel, can open up the bank account because we just recently lost the PayPal pool one. They closed those
PayPal
down.
closed all pay pools on the 8th of November. So if you had a pay pool open for whatever reason, and they didn't replace it with any mechanism. So
no, so we're going straight with the business bank account that's linked to
a PayPal.
Right.
And that PayPal will go right to the business bank account.
Charity, right. It's all part of the charity, which is covered under the tax, guidelines. So that's exciting. Tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow we start it. We got enough money right now to cover the LLC and the EIN number, and then, like I said, we're gonna have to work on the rest. Maybe try to get some fundraisers going, or maybe even get one after we get the EIN number. But yeah, that's holding us up a little because we can't get major donations yet. A lot of the places that like me and Graham have been calling around, they require the EIN number, and like a Walmart, for example, will donate money, and then you can use that money in the shop to get supplies. So until we actually get a sponsor that can help us to cover the cost of like a storage unit. We have one right now, but I'm getting ready to lose it. But it's like if we had the things, people wanted to mail us donations of stuff to go for like the medical part, bandages and stuff to go when we go out and help them, or food, dry food, so we can store them in a place. Water, get lots of water, and then after we get that going, like I said, but we can't do any of that without someone to help us cover the cost of like a storage unit. So that's where we are with that part of it. But like I said, we're taking baby steps.
Yep.
Just like there's 2 other stations or channels that I wanted to mention, Rights for Vets and Upstate Audits. Channels both do vet panels and help the vets. So we need to get more vets to come into the rooms and more support like that so we can get the message out more.
The more people hear about this, the more they spread the word around, the better off the vets will be.
So, right.
We're several months behind because of my wife passing away from getting the COVID injection, and Bud's getting sick and going in the hospital, and it just kind of put a damper on us for a couple of months now.
And we're getting back up and moving, which is why people like the Shame Canadian were so gracious enough to let us come on his show to let you guys know we're back. My health and it's getting better. I mean, I just now got approved for some medications that should help me out a lot. And then, like I said, it's all slow. We won't have a show every single day necessarily, but the shows we do have are going to be more organized and stuff, to the point when then once we start getting regular vets into our room, then we can have more open panels with vets and stuff.
Well, I've known you guys for a while, and I've seen the work that you've done before. I know what you guys are about. KY, he even helped me out tremendously, and he didn't have to, but he did.
What I do.
You sent me that little GoPro cameras.
Yeah, another thing, and I'm just gonna. Oh, and by the way, thank you, Redneck. Seriously, V4VETS, thank you so much. It'd be an honor to have your sons come to our channel, whether they want to come up on panel or not. It would just be an honor. So please,
I'm trying to get my youngest grandson to come. He's a Marine, and he's currently stationed in California at 29 Palms. He's a hop, skip, and jump from where S. Graham lives.
Nice.
1 second. Robert Bodell, can I see your face for a minute? Can you turn your camera on for a second?
No face, no space.
Okay, no problem. You can turn it back off now if you want, or you can leave it on. It's up to you. Too many people are getting porn bombed these days.
Yes, there was a couple just yesterday.
Robert Botel, again, it's an honor to see you, my brother.
I thank you for inviting me.
These days.
Yeah,
I think
there's a couple
I,
of good people.
I think I met you the first time on NNE. We had talked about you coming to our channel so we could help promote your, what's going on with you as well.
Oh.
So that invite is still open, my brother. I think I met you.
You might want to turn your YouTube off there, Robert,
We had talked
Somebody-
about you coming to
or
our
turn it down.
what's going on with you as well. So that invite is still open.
Power off.
Power up. Power up.
There, how's that?
Oh,
That's
much
perfect.
better.
Perfect.
That works.
See, I know you've been making rounds, but like I said, it would be an honor to have you come to our channel. Just one, because you're a vet, and two, so we could help you in any way possible with what's been going on with you, Mr. Bodell. I know that bigger channels and more influential people have taken up your cause, but we would love to help you out as much as we could.
I really do appreciate everything, and it only takes one person. You know, it don't take a big channel. It only takes one person.
Oh, well, then you're going to love our channel. We have 303 subscribers. We just got it. I'm very proud about that. Slow, but, we're getting there. And we have friends like Upstate Audits, who I know you know, that have helped us out. He does vet panels. So honestly, it have you over there for us to let you go ahead and talk about your story, but also to tell us anything else you would like to, sir, about your feelings about coming home from war, coming home from active duty, coming home from sitting behind it, whatever, coming home from doing service here in the United States, and what you went through during the times you served. Because it doesn't matter if you served actually on the war field. The fact that you enlisted and served is where the honor comes. Because you're not the one that decides where you're going to go.
And
that's
you still sacrifice whether you
Right.
whether you leave your home city or home state or U.S. You still sacrifice. You miss time from your parents. You miss time from your family,
Right.
your friends. You're gone, and you never get that time back.
Plus that they did not accept me because I was not physically fit enough to serve in that man's army. So the fact that you were in there means that they could at any time pull you off your desk and put you out there on that field. So again, it doesn't matter. These people live on the verge of every single day, not knowing if they're going to be alive or dead. This is just why they need to be honored. They did what I did not do. They went forward and signed up and said, "Do as you will," and that's exactly what the U.S. military does, as they will. It's not up to the people in there to decide where they go and when they do it. The fact that they obey their honor and they do their job as told is what's part of the respect. And that's what V4VETS wants to do. Just like I will take it's like we basically are small, and what we want to show, like I've seen other people out there, we just want to let people know, hey guys, we're just a typical, we're nobody special. Nobody here is rich. Nobody, matter of fact, most of the people in V4VETS, the board members are all disabled. Graham, incredibly the work he does, and he's disabled. He can barely stand like me. I cannot walk. Everyone, Bell Admin has issues. I won't go into. I can't tell everyone these guys' issues, but most of them, KY Packer.
80% disabled veterans.
So it's just that we can do it.
Anybody can.
Anybody can. Like the S. Graham thing, which was really amazing. I remember the day me and him sat there and said it would be nice if we could make this completely legal. But back then, we hadn't even got our first donation yet. We hadn't even gone out. We went out and did the thing that started it all was, and it's two separate things. It really is. You have the Feed the Homeless project, which consisted of Tommy Wood, Ice Cold Audits, S. Graham, myself, Tommy Wood, and West Coast Digital. That was the Feed the Homeless project. And then after we were done feeding the homeless, we would go out and do a haunting thing. Well, we did that just for fun, just for because we wanted to hang out and have some fun. But then, like I said, Bram and me started to talk, and we figured, we did the homeless thing because both actually Tommy was the first one that came up with, to his honor. He fronted the entire feed the homeless that day. That was the first time we went out, and then KY Packer paid for the next time completely on his own, and then Stevie Mao paid for the third event, and then we started getting donations that allowed us to go out again and again. So there have been a lot of great people that have made us able to do this. You're looking at NNE, or Brian Sessions, who donated to help us get our LLC. Stephen Musial.
Along with Stephen Musial, yep.
who
We also did that.
So we have a lot of great people. LT Man for all his great support. He hides a
Which
lot.
way he just popped in, so by the way.
Oh, did he?
LT Man, welcome.
I didn't know he was allowed back on his computer again. Okay, well, good to see you, LT. And Stevie Mao, which, ladies and gentlemen, do you see this? Could you put V4VETS up on the big screen?
V4VETS.
I want them to see the avatar.
Put Bud up, yeah.
Put up Bud.
I designed this logo.
So put that up on the solo. Yeah.
That one?
These
click on that little window in where he's down below. You click on that little window in the upper left corner of on his, yeah. There you go.
It was started by KY Packer, who drew it out on a piece of paper. And then we talked about it backstage, and then Stevie Mao took it. And the Mao, that's what he ended up doing, this fucking amazing work. And that's not even the newest one, dude. That doesn't have the clouds in it. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second, Shane. Don't take me down.
You had the blue one. Why did you switch to the green one? You had the blue one up there with the clouds when I came up.
Dude, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I won't change it back, but yet it shows it on my normal avatar. It doesn't show the clouds
Bud,
in that.
Well, this is KY's and Bud's is blue.
That's spelled admin. Can you put me up?
There it is.
Yeah, once.
There it is. There
it is.
It.
It's up there. It's up there now.
This is over hours of my brother Stevie Mao and KY Packer spinning behind.
Going back and forth.
Back and forth. Could you put up the business card? Oh, no.
Yeah,
no,
I got it. I got it. I'm ready. I'm waiting for it. I'm ready and waiting for him to put it up.
Yeah, you're going to. That's what you want.
I anticipated that. If you put me up.
Yeah, put him up. He can cover that.
And,
no, you're doxing me again. You're doxing me. You're doxing me. Take it the fuck off. Oh, forget it. It doesn't matter anymore. Thanks, KY. That was brilliant.
You said put the card up.
And I told you don't, and you said you knew, and you still did it. Why? Oh, well. Doesn't matter. Anyway, that's our card.
Everyone knows your name. Everyone knows my name. But I started with this and drawing, and we discussed a couple of different slogans and stuff, and then we just ran with that.
Wow. Well,
Nice.
And then we added the clouds and the ray of hope.
Yeah, I like the way it gets the reflection. And you see it in the bottom, the reflection of the letters and that.
The shadow, yes.
Yeah. That. I think he was going to work on one for me for my my new channel too.
He said you're willing. You just have to contact him and give him some base ideas of what you're looking for. He said, "Well, certainly." He said, "I certainly would work on an avatar for him. You just have to give him a base idea of what you're looking for and color scheme and shapes or whatever, and he'll work with you."
Yeah, it's just getting the time and getting a hold of him with the 4-hour time zone difference, and because he's on the West Coast and I'm on the Atlantic Coast.
Yeah. 3 hour difference. Yep.
4.
Oh, you're all the way over. That's right. 4 hours.
Yeah, we're an hour ahead of you, so.
So just so that people know, we also got to help KY and Bud and get the V4VETS. Get them. I'd like to see at least 20 more subs for them. I think they got 3 or 4 since we've been on, so haven't checked yet. Look, it's right there.
And I was talking to a banking associate at USAA Bank. Of course, they're all about veterans only, active duty and veterans only. And the guy I was talking to was a veteran, and I told him about a charity. He said, I'm interested in that. I said, well, why don't you look up V4VETS and pass that name around your office and have those guys pass it around the office and so on and so forth at USAA. I mean, that's all you are, is about veterans and helping veterans with auto insurance and home loans and whatnot.
Yeah.
I said, they've got 5,000 or 8,000, whatever employees they have scattered around the country. And if someone there starts putting their name around, there's lots of names right there. Lots of subscribers possibility.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of people think that oh yeah, they're just here for the likes and subs, and
No.
that's furthest from the truth, people. And that's like me. I'm not here for the likes and subs. I'm not here to get monetized or anything. These guys are here to put the message out and to help the veterans that are sleeping out on the streets that should not be there. You know, they're doing what they can. So
like Bud said, I funded the entire second feeding, and then for the third feeding, I funded over $600 worth of supplies for personal hygiene. We at first we started out with 1 gallon plastic bags with toiletries and shampoo, soap, razor, toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, stuff like that. Female toiletries for them for their personal hygiene. And then we added things and we took things away. We had sunglasses at one time that Silver Diamond donated to us, and sunscreen, and we asked the vets, well, what do you want? This is what I thought was needed. What do you need? And we'll just devote our time to those things. If you don't want some of these things, we won't waste our time and money. If you don't want them or have plenty, you know, if there's something that you need, tell us, and when we come out, we'll bring it with us.
Yeah.
And so then we made a connection with some of their leaders and people who actually had working phones, and then that's how you go. You move forward and you gain trust and you gain connection and you make contacts and you move on from there.
Yes.
Kind of like a veteran's LinkedIn.
Yeah, and it's hard to find those anywhere. It's like I've been going through the internet looking for stuff, trying to research stuff, and I can't believe how hard they make it.
Yeah.
Just to get any information at all. So it's just disgusting. And like I said, you know, we have the same problem here. We have veterans that are out on the street and that, like, they lost their way because they didn't get the help they needed when they needed it. So, is there? Are you guys doing another show between now and Christmas?
Oh yeah,
sort of
definitely. Most definitely not between now and Christmas. Was several shows.
Yeah. So yeah, and you know, this is one of the worst times of the year. It's the highest suicide rate time of the year, and with, you know, the suicide rates among the service personnel, especially the females, in the
Yeah,
veterans.
because they're having a higher rate than the males right now.
Yeah, and because they can't get the help that they need when they need it. They're always, I get a kick out of these places because because they're government funded or so they work on government hours.
Yep.
These problems don't run on 9 to 5 Monday to Friday. These problems are 24/7.
Well, the good thing is that the Veterans Crisis Line runs 24/7. It's manned 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yes, and again, great kudos to it, but we need to be able to get those veterans that are out on the street the access to it.
Yeah,
because
it's not like they can afford cell phones, all of them. Some of them can, some of them can't.
Yeah. So even access to a phone at any time of the day or night, there should be a spot like when I ran one of the drop-in centers in Toronto, we opened it 24 hours because of problems. Most of the problems are after hours, and then the next day or the next business day they come in and they try and clean up what happened, and they some of it could have been prevented if they had 24-hour access to certain
Immediate
services.
access to help instead of having to wait till opening at 7 or 8 in the morning, 7, whatever, 9 o'clock, depending what agency they're trying to get help for.
Yeah,
Trouble doesn't wait for business hours. Trouble comes when trouble comes.
exactly. So, but I think that we need to find a way of being able to put this stuff out there for the veterans. If anybody in chat, if you know a veteran, even just check on him or her. They may be fine, they may look fine in that, but especially this time of the year, I just please, and they serve their country. At least you can do is go over and just say hi, check on them, make sure that they're all right. Be a neighbor. And if you see something, try and get them the help that they need. Maybe hook them up with V4VETS so that they can get them the more in-depth. They know more about it than I do. That's what they do. So, you just help them out. It's disgusting what's happening right now. So, no vet should be on the street. Period.
No, there's no excuse for that.
No. And there's no excuse for police treating veterans like the way that they did to Robert Bodell either.
Or rights for vets, the way they treated him and failed to provide medical attention. He
Yes.
almost lost his life, almost lost both of his legs.
Yeah.
Because of their ineptitude and lack of caring.
Yeah,
So-
and that's a problem. But I bet you if there's somewhere to come in and looking for help because they work there, they would bend over backwards. People don't realize that's someone's son or daughter that is out there, and the way that you're treating them for what they've done for the country, they all need a good backhand as far as I'm concerned.
Hi, everyone. This is S. Graham from V4VETS, and I wanted to show you.
Oh.
S. Graham just sent me the video of some of the things that we hand out.
Okay.
Now I just have to get it to my email so I can bring it up on my computer so we can share it. It's on my phone, the problem.
Oh, okay.
Just looking here at the chat, you people showed up here a little while ago. Said hello to everyone. Melvin's in the house.
Hey, you people, Melvin, What's Truth, Redneck Girl Transparency, Journey to Justice. I'm glad to see her here.
Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't.
Yes. So far, I believe they got 3 or 4 subs since we've been on. So every
good.
sub helps because that gets the message out, people. Because just because, you know, if you sub to him, most of your friends aren't sub to him, but they can still, it'll go into the queue and, you know, it helps to get the message out. So, and then that's what they really want. They need to get the message out and let people, veterans, know that there's help there for them.
And another thing that Bud has arranged is he's got his nurse, Shannon, who is a wound care specialist, has volunteered to assist.
Right on.
And she'd be willing to treat minor wounds on the spot, but anything major, she could do the minor, like triage, and say, you need this or you need that, or you need to go to the hospital to get any. And by taking their name, we can perhaps get them en route or get them in the right direction to get treated, to get help. And Bud is also in the process of getting certified by the VA so that he can take their information. Like say he just needs some I's dotted or T's crossed in order to get some benefits or assistance with benefits. He'll be able to do that for them. Until you get that certificate, they don't even want to talk to you.
Yeah. Politics.
Yeah. Government red tape. Government red tape.
Yeah. I see Sci-Fi Bride, the video guys here. What's up, brother?
Hey, Sci-Fi.
So, again, don't forget to go over and hit that subscribe button for V4VETS. Help them get the word out, guys. So, what do you guys got coming up next?
Bud? I believe that we're working on an audit or a interview with Jim Busby and a couple of other veterans. I believe that's our next show. And if anyone else would like to join him, we generally come on at 7 p.m. Eastern time. You're welcome. If you need to move it up or move it back, we're welcome to accommodate the veterans. But if you'd like to come up on a show and have a brief interview, we don't do anything that would trigger you or give away too much information that you don't. We talk ahead of time. We ask you about the questions we're going to ask. If it's something you don't want to talk about, we don't talk about it. So everyone has different experiences and has different viewpoints. That's what makes us individuals, and we acknowledge that. Some people like the VA hospital, some do not. Others have had bad experiences, some have had good experiences. We all have had different life experiences. That's what makes us individuals.
Well,
How come I got two Bud for vets? I got one up on the screen and I got one sitting down in the basement.
Ben, it might be a video he's gonna want to play.
Ooh.
Is the second one got a video?
No, it's my computer.
Oh, it's his computer.
His computer is,
Okay.
bipolar.
Is that better, Bud?
No, not better. I got to keep wiping everything off to try to find out where this said. There it is.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
S Grant. Good to see you, brother.
There are military is doing a class action lawsuit. The Marines, some Navy veterans, Army veterans, some Air Force veterans are doing a class action lawsuit against the government right now. They can't do that to the servicemen about
Yeah.
getting the jab.
Yeah. They're going through the same thing right now here in Canada with the Air Canada. You know, they won one part of the case so far, so now it's not looking good for Air Canada or Health Canada. So
I believe there's
I got it fixed.
between 17 and 23 states are suing the government, the class action lawsuit, for the same thing, that you can't force our people to get the jab if they want to work. They want to work, they can work. Who are you to tell people they can't work?
here in Canada, there's a federal lawsuit against the federal government filed. I believe it's once every 3 days or something since it started. That's
For
how
the
many
same reason?
lawsuits. Yeah.
Good. They
Every
need to
one of
learn
those
that
tickets.
they work for us. We don't work for them.
Like, I don't know if you remember or not, when this all started, when the lockdowns and the cops were running, grabbing people off the streets and just beating them and handcuffing them, giving them $880 tickets and everything. An organization here called Rebel News, they have a website called fightthefines.com. To this, they're still fighting them. But so far, they brought up something like 153 or 157 cases, and every one of them they won, including one pastor in Alberta that got a $14,000 fine, and a guy here in Sussex, New Brunswick, for sitting in a Tim Hortons parking lot, having his coffee and donut. He got a $1,400 fine. Cases were brought up in court, and every one of them were found unconstitutional. That's why you don't see all these around and grabbing people and giving them tickets anymore. You know, little things like that. All they did is they tied up the courts, and it cost us taxpayers tens of millions of dollars, maybe even hundreds of millions of dollars just in tied up court.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's probably going to be the same way again for the next little while.
Well, they're not giving out the tickets anymore.
No. Well, no, yeah. But I mean, they're still going to be tied up with a lot of the ones that haven't processed yet, too.
Well,
there's still a lot.
You got CM Rail that's already Rebel News is won against, and now they have to, which is the Canadian Auto Workers Union. You know, it's I believe it's the biggest union in Canada is the Auto Workers Union. So. Then you got Air Canada.
Well, I know. I know there's a handful of some of our current serving military that have actually stated to friends and individuals that we mutually know that they're done and they're not getting vaccinated, so they're not getting it. So
I've got a video down there of the items that we give away, starting with the third feeding, if you will allow. Let me put it on full screen.
Not a problem.
And Turn the volume up. Make sure the volume's up. There we go. And here we go.
Hi everyone, this is S. Graham from V4VETS, and I wanted to show you guys a little of what goes in our care packages for the homeless.
Okay, if you'll go to the bottom of the screen and go all the way to the left, make it full size. All the way to the right. I'm sorry, all the way to the right. Go below the screen there and go all the way to the right and blow it up to full size.
Oh, yeah. There. That's,
Keep going. There's more. If you go
that's
all the way to the
fun.
edges, it'll go. If you go all the way to the right, it'll go all the way to the edges of the screen.
That's I did. That's
Oh, okay.
as far as it'll go.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. And go.
And the vets. We start out with, these are the drawstring backpacks right here. And we put deodorant, hand lotion, toothpaste, shampoo, toothbrushes, razors,
The heck.
Yeah. It might be
emergency blankets for the summertime. Normally in the wintertime, we give actual blankets out. Combs and shampoos, and also hand wipes. Hand wipes. And for the women, we also have down here in Ziploc bags, pads and tampons. And that's a little bit of what goes in. And we also have back here granola bars that we also put in the backpacks. The only thing I don't have right now, I get tomorrow, are chips and cookies that also go in the backpack. So that's everything that we basically put in. Thank you. Bye.
And like I said, sometimes we get additional donations of sunglasses, sunscreen, other items, socks.
and that's one thing that they really need the most actually is socks,
Yes.
underwear, and a
And so that's
t-shirt.
why we ask them. We ask them, what do you actually? These are things that'll help, but what do you actually need? And so once we get our EIN, Sam's Club and Walmart will make contributions as well as other places. So that's why we're pushing to get these numbers so that we're
Well,
legitimate, we're registered, and we can get additional help.
one of the things that I'm starting the first of the year is I'm going to be accepting donations of air miles. And the way that you do it is because you get a lot of air miles when you go grocery shopping and all that stuff. You get heating oil, whatever, you get it, right? So what I do is if the people want to donate their air miles, I'll print off a little label, and I'll send it to them. And all they have to do is peel it off and stick it on the back of their air miles card. So when they scan it, it'll just go into our account, all the air miles.
Good. Journey to Justice. We were having all our funds put in a pay pool, but PayPal stopped doing pay pools on the 8th of November and took and I don't want to have money go into my account. So we just ask for a little patience. If you want to donate, tomorrow morning we're going to start our paperwork for our EIN. And if you donate, we can give you our EIN, and that way you can take it off your taxes. Because once you have that number, you can take it off your taxes as a charitable donation. So if we just ask that you hang on to it, if you want to donate, it'll only be about a week. We estimate, because we don't know with the government how long it's going to take. but it shouldn't be long. Maybe by the end of this week or early next week, we should have our EIN. And once we have that number,
Well, I'll tell you what. When you get it, if you can let me know what day, like you get it, and that, and send
Oh,
me the
yes.
info,
What's
I'll
that?
put it up on my channel for you.
What?
And here's a here,
So
Our
here's
you guys,
EIN
another.
number?
no,
No,
no.
see,
So that saying that you guys are now can
oh,
accept
yeah, it's going to take about
EIN.
you
Yeah, the
know,
EIN.
they figure it's going to take 3 to 5 business days. So you're looking at
yeah,
about a week, a little over a week for that once everything is put in.
yeah.
So,
But yeah, let me know when you guys are able to be able to accept donations that way, and I'll plug it on my channel for you.
And it'll also be on our V4VETS about page. We'll put the EIN there, as well as our email. And then we're going to look at getting a post office box so that we can accept delivery packages for donations.
right, and then we're
I
going
was
to need a
just gonna
storage
mention
unit.
Redneck Girl's questions actually, or that's what she
Oh,
was
here, yeah, I see
asking.
that. What about
Right.
sending
What
packages?
we're also going to need, this is why it's a little ways down and not right now, is because even if we do get shipped to us, we have nowhere to put it right away. And I have a storage unit right now. We're going to see what we can do with that. But then we can get the PO box set up so that I can just take it from the PO box and put it into the storage. And then that's if another thing goes through. So all that's in the future. We first want to go ahead and get our LLC number and our EIN number, and then we want to go from there.
That way it establishes our legitimacy as a registered charity, and that's the most important. People need to know that we're not just wasting their time, that we are a legitimate charity, registered charity. Not that you're
Oh,
going
I
to
gotta
donate.
remove that.
Not
I
that
gotta
you're going to donate the money and I'm going to spend it on donuts
Yeah,
or
remind me of that. I gotta remove. Well, if they try to donate to the PayPal account, it won't go. It ends. That's all right. I gotta remove it from.
yeah, you should take that down. Right,
We
exactly.
are temporarily using a PayPal business by KY.
My
Yeah,
business PayPal, yeah.
right. You won't be able to pull it out until we actually get the name because at that point it'll just go in and hold until we get our LLC. Because you can't donate to.
But I'd rather just wait until we get the EIN, because if you donate to my PayPal, even if it's a business account, Uncle Sam is going to say that's income.
Right. So yeah, that's the other issue we have. Some of us
And
can't afford to lose our Medi-Cal or
and not only that, then they wouldn't be able to get the charitable tax
Exactly.
donation. Right?
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
it's sort of a win-win if you think about it, folks. I'm not sure how it works down there, but I believe up here for every $100 that you donate, you get $40 back in your taxes. So it is kind of a win-win, and you're feeling good. You donated all that money, so and it went to a good cause.
And Journey for Justice stated here in chat. She said, "Okay, I will be able to. I don't need a receipt. Please post somewhere, and I will check your or I will check your page. And I subbed already." And she's saying that she'd like to make donations of clothes, blankets, wool socks, and toques.
What are toques? Is that a hat?
Winter
Like
hat. Yeah, a wool hat. A winter hat. Yeah.
Winter hat.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. Up here in
Guys
Canada,
call
we
them
call them
beanies.
toques.
Yeah, down there they call them beanies with that. So
now, some people in the West Coast, they call it a toboggan because they don't know what they're talking about. A toboggan is a knit hat that's about 7 feet long.
yeah,
And
it's a big sled.
It's a toboggan that you wear on your head. That is a toboggan. It's about 7 feet long. It's long and tapered. You put it on your head. You wrap it around your neck. You wear it when you go skiing or tobogganing. That's why it was called a toboggan. Because if it flies off your head, it's wrapped around your neck, you're not going to lose it. Whereas just a knit cap or a beanie, if it has a tassel on the top, we call those beanies. Some of them have it, some of them don't. We just call the ones without the tassel just a
Yeah.
knit cap
Yes, Journey.
or a watch cap.
for
If you were in the
justice.
Navy, that's a watch cap.
Yeah.
Coast
In
Guard or
Quebec,
Navy.
yeah, in Quebec they call them bonhomie.
Yeah.
But some people in the West Coast call those toboggans. No, a toboggan's about 7 feet, 6 to 7 feet long, and they're tapered, and you wrap them around your neck, and you tuck them in your coat, you zip up, and it keeps your neck warm, it keeps your head warm, and if you do roll over and fall, you don't lose it. It just pops off your head and flops around.
There's a question for you.
There's a question for you.
Wow.
We're working on it, Redneck, if that's the question.
Yes.
And then, yeah, we are working on it. Like I said, the first thing we need to do is right now we need a storage area. So what we need first of all is probably to get a sponsor to help pay for it, because we would end up spending just about all our money on a storage unit. So what we need to try to do is figure out how we're going to do that, because right now, like I said, yeah, I can't store it here. I live in a tack house, and Graham lives in the 1 bedroom. So basically what we're going to do is I have a storage unit. We're working on that. Once we get the LLC done, we're not taking leaps anymore, because that just ends in disaster. So we're going to just start right away with getting it. Now if you want to send some of that stuff, I could probably store it in this. I'm working out a deal with the owner here. He's got a huge shed that he just sold all his Christmas stuff from. And I mean, this guy was on the news. They're decorators, so there's room. So I might be able to take some donations and then put them in there. Between me and Bart, just be able to store them until we can get a storage unit. But one of the things that we really wanted was medical supplies, specifically wraps. You know, the cloth wrap, the non-stick pads, and
bandages.
Ace bandages, yeah, and then what was I gonna say?
Antiseptic wash.
Thank you, God Almighty. Yeah, the Now my nurse is the doctor is gonna donate, and what I'm gonna do is I've already started a separate thing that's gonna show what actually has been donated. And no, we will not, we don't need necessarily to keep taking a lot of donations for the medical things until we start getting more going out more. To be honest with you, there's no room to store it, but the nurse wants to go out and check about 4 or 5 of them, so we just need enough materials to get through that. Because I can't. She wants to donate, and we're going to take stuff from her too, because she wants to donate to the cause. But I believe her time is probably enough. We're not spending money, but
but that's why we're trying to get the EIN.
Right.
A store will be more likely to want to donate, be willing to donate if they have that tax number that they can list.
I talked to Walmart. Walmart works this way. They have their subsidiary, which is Sam's Club, will give you 5,000. 5 to 10, and Walmart itself will give you 10 to 15. Now, they give you a card. They will give you a card, right? This card gets you another 40 to 50% off the stuff you buy in the store, because they get to write it off. So the massive saving and the money you get from going for Walmart, they have no problem doing that. But like KY was saying, they won't do it without an EIN number. They will not do it. They won't even talk to you, because they need to write it off, and they want to make sure it's legit.
So that'll, like you said, that's 3 to 5 business days away from Monday. So late this week, early next week, Monday or Tuesday at the latest, according to that estimate, that we'll have that EIN number, and then we can start going from there. Perhaps we can get the people where your storage unit is. Hey, We're a charity.
That's what I've already talked to him about. Hopefully it will go through because that would be a great thing. I mean, it's easy enough to
Would
shut
you
it
be
down.
willing to cut the price of that storage unit in half so we can store our charitable items in your storage?
They're one of the 3 sponsors, and if they
As a
would
sponsor,
sponsor,
right?
it would be really cool if they sponsored us completely
Exactly.
and just paid the thing and let us do it. But we'll find out that soon once we get our EIN number, and of course,
Or would you be willing to sponsor it for $20 or $25?
exactly, we'll take anything
We'll take it, you know.
because we don't want to do this until we do have a sponsor. I'm just going to be honest with you. Storage units, depending on which one we get, are going to cost monthly, and none of us, I can speak for myself, but I have enough money to add an entire storage unit to our monthly bill. And we are trying, and we are actually not using any of the money that we asked for food on anything else but food.
Except
Now,
the only exception is these funds that we're having to
Right.
spend to get legitimate.
Right, because legitimate will help us do a lot more good. But that's it. We never used the money for gas money. We never used the money for food while we were out there. That was all paid by KY Packer. And Tommy Wood.
I've donated 150 between Stephen Musel and Brian and others. We've gathered another $350. So we've got some money that was donated specifically for the purpose of getting this paperwork done. So the first fees, the first two major fees, the EIN and the LLC paperwork.
What's
God.
That's Bud. That's you.
But
Yeah,
that's
my
you,
alarm
bud.
came on and won't let me shut it off.
Mute.
There's no.
There we go.
I muted him for a second.
So, like I said, the first, the LLC and the EIN, those are the two most important numbers legitimizing us. Those will come quick, and then the actual 501c3 paperwork, they're so far behind. They're saying 3 to 5 months for that. But the EIN is most important because that legitimizes you right there. So
Yeah, definitely.
and if we can get that storage locker, well, then I'd be willing to put up the money for a post office box every month.
Yeah, I can get one. I found one here. They're not that. Post office, I might just. Yeah.
You're talking $100 every 6 months.
Damn. No,
Like-
since we are hoping for, we can get a smaller one. I thought because we don't.
Well, yeah, that's true. Because if it doesn't fit in your box, they'll
Right,
store
they're
it.
going to
for you.
sit it back there anyway, and none are going to fit in any box. So you get the smallest one possible to fit letters, and that's about it. And then when they send it to that address, of course, you have to physically go in and go up and pick it up. You can't get it through the box, which is fine.
And they just give you a little slip in the
Right,
you
whatever.
a little
So
slip in your post office boxes as their
right,
X amount of
and then
packages for you.
then the storage unit is about 2 or 3 blocks down the road. So I'll go straight from there to the storage unit. So, but like I said, we want to get our EIN so that anyone that wanted to become a sponsor, which is what we need to pay that off on a monthly basis. And then of course we would want to make sure there's a couple of things underway. We were slowed down by the fact that, between my illness and KY's family issues. But bottom line was we I don't have a car. If I had a car, me and Graham would be going out. See, there it is, a storage unit, P.O. box. What?
$60 for 6 months. Basically $10 a month.
For the
Yes.
P.O. box.
There you go.
Absolutely.
That's even cheaper than what I found.
That's what I was saying.
That was through UPS. It was
Right.
free.
I'm just saying that's
Yeah,
like I
but
said.
they told me $60 too. But then by the time you add the fees and everything else, it comes out to about $85.
All right.
Okay.
Well, like I said, once we get to that point where we get our EIN and someone's willing to sponsor us for the cost of the storage unit and the PO since none of us really now. Didn't know KY was offering to pay, but I'd rather just get sponsors to help us with that. We're not going to use the V4VET money because the only, like
No,
he said, the
no.
only exception was to go for the 501c because we need that in order to get,
Anymore.
and then
To get any further.
And then,
And,
of course, the issue of the car. We're working on that right now.
like I said, we got over 400 of that covered already.
Right.
That was donated specifically for that. I gave a 150, and then others have chipped in just for that purpose. So we've got over 400 towards those fees already.
And you know what sucks is that somebody had just left a vehicle for me as a donation for a fundraiser to help me with the situation to get out west and that. That's all on hold right now, but the vehicle's sitting there, and it's 2001 Chevy Suburban.
Wow.
Yeah, but you're in Canada.
Yeah,
and
well,
unfortunately, we would have to pay this huge amount of money, a tariff on the way in with that car.
yeah.
I mean, Bell was going to give me a car. Bell was going to help with the car at one point.
It's 20% or 25%.
Yeah, but
The
once
tariff.
you
It's 20
pay
or
the tariff, yeah,
25%. So
it's ridiculous. So it's unfortunate because I have two people that have told me they could give me cars that were in Canada, and it's like, no, can't do it.
if you ship electronics from the U.S. to Canada, I think it's 45%.
Yep.
Yeah, the Kelly Blue Book value or the Kelly Black Book value of the vehicle. So you could buy a vehicle for $50 and they still go by what the
Blue Book
Black
says.
Books,
That's right.
what the truck's valued at, and then you may have to go and get an independent appraisal.
Well, Redneck, we're in California. I'm actually in Riverside, California, which is,
And then I am the CFO, and money comes to me, and it's under my control, and that's on purpose because the people handing out things and getting things don't have access to the money. They purchase it, they have a receipt, they get reimbursed. So it's you have a receipt, you get money back. No receipt, you're not getting money, buddy. It's the only way to stay legitimate. You see some of these people collecting money and it goes into their personal accounts, and no. There's no way of saying where that money went once it goes to your personal account. You can't intermix funds.
Journey for Justice asked, would the municipality, fire department, etc., have any empty storage they could donate? Is that something you guys looked into?
That's a possibility.
shit.
That's why if we were to get a vehicle, we'd want to be from within the states.
Yeah, and again, because most of your work would be over in the California area, where Bud
South Central California, correct.
Oh my God, Redneck! I lived in Ohio. I was in Middletown, Ohio. That shit place.
So the vehicle's got to pass a much more strict emissions and stuff like that. And so it's better to just get a vehicle that's in California.
My brother's in Waterville, which is by Toledo. I'm in Louisville, Kentucky. North Central. I'm originally from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That's why I don't talk like they all do. Y'all get that?
Where were you from originally?
Milwaukee.
Oh.
And we have property way up in northern Wisconsin.
Near Cincinnati, Redneck. And believe it or not, near KY. I was close to KY back then.
Yeah, he was only maybe 50 or 70 miles.
Yeah. My goddamn so pissed.
1 hour drive,
I could have gone and seen you, dude.
Hey, Bill, are you in the southern Ontario area? If so, I might have a deal for you.
There you go.
Not only the truck, but a camper trailer too.
Bell, if Graham, do you have the intro? Could you come up backstage and put the link or put it into chat? That
Private
wonderful
chat?
intro. Yeah, the one that well, you could do that or in normal chat. The link that of Bell, that great intro he did for us. I wanted to show that. That I really like that. I really do. Right now, there's no way for me to. I'm trying to figure out how to have it on the beginning of the page. Yeah, I know Bell has it, but he sent me via text, and might as well send it via,
Email or
whatever.
slow
It ain't
Yeah,
tablet.
he can come up into Bell's welcome to come up in the StreamYard there and drop it in private chat if he wants. Drop the link in private chat and then.
Yeah, but I don't know if he can come up on panel anymore. He's got a lot of weight he's carrying around with that hammer and wrench now. I mean, I'm gonna fucking
Well,
pull
that'll help. That'll help backstage for the in the basement, especially that right corner we were blocking you from, bud.
Oh, there you go. Graham should have it too. I think we all should have these videos, just so that when we go to a place, someone wants to see them.
Well,
I have room to
Also-
store. I have room to store things.
Exactly.
But
Let's-
I have a garage. I have a basement. I have all kinds of room. Hell, I kick
Yeah.
I kick my kids out if I need more room.
Yeah, KY, sending you stuff is worthless. There's no
No,
way me
no,
and
it's-
Graham can pick it up and pass it out.
No, but I can send it.
Wow, that's so much money. It scares me. But we
Yeah,
can do
but
that.
the thing is, what the difference is them sending it to me or sending it to you?
Because if you want to spend that kind of money, just get us a $50 storage unit or whatever.
Right, right.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't. The mailing is going to kill you, brother. I mean,
know, I
already I
had to-
feel bad every time he mails me something. I look up the cost. I'm like, fuck. See, that's why I don't want him.
Do you hear? Do
shipping
you hear me complaining?
I don't care. I'm your friend. I'm not
I had
gonna.
to
That's
rent it.
ridiculous. I'd rather just.
I had to rent a storage unit this summer, and just a small 10 by 10 is $140 a month.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
not
but-
cheap, brother, because everyone has
but-
to move. But
You can use that for your parcels and that to be dropped off there too.
well, that's what I'm thinking. Once I get this storage unit, which is right around the corner, they're gonna give me a grandfather deal because we were one of the first people in there.
Mm.
So as long as we don't cancel it, or if we switch down to a smaller size, we're on the grandfather rate. And that was the cheapest we'd found in a long time. We actually got there right when they opened up. As long as you don't fuck up, you keep the rate. The minute you fuck up, the rate goes normal. So in other words, don't miss any payments or anything.
Right.
But the bottom line is, like with what we were saying, we are baby stepping. We have really good people, like S. Graham, Bell Admin, KY Packer, Stevie Mao. Then you have El Mangas. He's in there too. All of us do our little parts and stuff, and it wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for this group of people that came. That I was able to put together, or we came together and formed this. So we are still here, and believe it or not, we're one of the very few channels that have actually started, and now are working on an actual legal name and stuff. We got our logos, and we're gonna once we're trademarking the thing you're looking at right there. I put a trademark in for it.
Right on.
We're going legit, and even though we're
Yep.
small, we're hoping that if we just keep steady and doing what we're doing, then we'll be
Okay.
fine.
He sent me the intro, so
Did you send me one to
Yeah.
email, bud?
Yes, he
And
did.
email.
Yes, he did.
ashamed.
Yeah.
If I could just
He's-
when you put a link up, try always to remember at least one space, if not two, from your text,
yeah.
because
Oh, okay, yeah.
like on the link you got the banner on the bottom, or when
Yeah.
you drop one in the chat, always try to remember at least a space or two before you start the HTTPS, because it's a lot easier
Oh.
for people.
Yeah.
A lot easier
I-
for people to pick up and copy and hit enter if there's a space there, because that's, if you're on your phone, sometimes it'll pick up the S, like say from folks, it'll say SHTTPS. If you have the space, it'll
Let's see if I can edit this right now. I'll do that right now.
They so yeah, Snarkin says hello everybody.
Oh,
She says,
that's
hey
way
Ash
too much.
can. Ash.
Hello.
Somebody had said over here I was gonna mention. Oh yeah, Bud Bell sent UKY and Graham. He sent you and KY an email and Graham a text, the intro. So you'll have it for another time.
I've got the intro right now.
Thank you.
There's the intro. Okay, there it is.
But yeah,
Gorilla
that
Circle
logo.
just joined us too.
Oh, Gorilla Circle.
You know, and you got the video we just watched that was put together by S. Graham. Did y'all notice how he ended it? Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Snarkin's Nest. It's always good to see you too.
All right, it's down below. All you have to do is there you go.
Yeah. And
I love this.
oh, it's full.
Yeah, go all the way to the right.
That'll work.
There we go.
All right, there you go.
And this was done by Bell Admin. Awesome work. And you did a great job, Graham. Just the ending.
Can everybody hear it good?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Hi everyone, this is S. Graham from V4VETS, and I wanted to show you guys a little of what goes in our care packages for the home.
Do we want to stop there? Because that's basically the same thing we watched already.
No, didn't go past that.
Okay.
That's only part of it.
And the vets. We start out with, these are the drawstring backpacks right here. And shampoo lock bags. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, here we go.
Yes. Hey man, do you have a piece of paper and a pen?
That's one of the camp organizers, one of three.
I think the woman doesn't want to be recording, guys, so I'm going to be very careful about that.
Which we asked them.
That was a lesson we learned on like the second or third time we went out.
Exactly.
As you can see, they're getting this stuff ready right now.
Here's Graham.
Wonderful help from Margaret and S. Graham. My brother KY is in the hospital, or in the hospice with his wife, who's gravely sick. They've allowed him to go there, but when he got there with his laptop, there was no internet, so he wanted to broadcast on V4VETS to tell everyone he's supporting and still there, but unfortunately, it just didn't happen.
And unfortunately, this guy right here has been very sick as of late.
I don't know how to mute it. You gotta give me a second. Bart! Oh, here it comes. It's, Ice. Can you give him my phone number when you're there? All right, he wants to come. All right, I'll give it to you, but I can't do it with this. I can't see. I can't see either.
Yeah, bud, put your glasses on.
I didn't have them. That was the problem. I couldn't see anything, and he hands me the camera. I'm like, dude, I can't see. And he's like, well, ask Bart. And I'm like, Bart?
Hello,
Bart-
D. Johns.
Bart's like me. What the? He gives the two guys with the bad eyes the camera, and he also had the two guys who can't walk, get out of the cars and switch. It's always me and Bart.
So as you heard, KY is with his wife in hospice. He might join us later today, this evening.
Now, mind you, this was one of several groups that were in Oceanside that broke up and went to different places.
Welcome. How you doing?
There's the bud.
There's the bud.
We got Bud Roar.
Good
We
to see
got
him up
Graham.
and walking.
Yeah, at least I was walking back then. Yay! There's Graham. I'm wearing that shirt. Now, those were all the vets that used to be along Oceanside, the road that they cleared up, and they broke into what I understand is 5 or 6 little camps. This is one of them.
What they did is they poured concrete over the grass and then put rocks on it so that these veterans who had a neat and orderly camp could no longer have that. Oh, that was caring for your vets right there.
Wasn't that ice cold? Isn't that ice cold there?
Bud,
But is that ice
Welcome, loving
cold?
couple. Welcome.
was that ice cold there?
Isn't that ice cold right there?
Yes, that's ice
No.
cold right there.
Yeah.
We've known these still
That's what I
before.
thought.
Little Pugsy and Margaret are right behind us.
Hello, Upstate. How are you, brother?
I keep thinking Bell's up on panel
If
with
anybody
us.
wants to come up, I tried to drop the link at
Sorry, I'm hard of
the
hearing.
top.
Yeah, ICE is very, very proactive with helping the homeless when we go out. He's usually the one because like me and Graham can't really walk through those wilderness terrains to try to get to it.
Definitely a big shout out to him for you, on that. Helping out with that for you.
Like I
Make
said,
it a lot
this is
easier on you.
there's a great crew of people going out, both in the our channel and the Feed the Homeless. We had Ice, we had Tommy Wood. I mean, come on, we had some really
Happy to have you,
Bart, we
Upstate.
need another 3.
Um,
Now, originally, until if you noticed, all you could see was their shirts because he had not told us whether or not we could film him. So we tilted the camera down, and that's what we do now when we go out. Because we still want to hear them talk. We're just not going to film their face. Which they have no problem with that as long as you don't film their face. They decided they didn't care. Originally, the lady and him did not want to be actually physically shown, but then after they started talking with us, they said it was okay not to worry about it. It's a shame you can't hear this.
Well, it's
They
not
never
even-
they didn't unmute the phone. We didn't realize it until after it was. Again, I'm learning. And yes, this is where we got shot at. Down there, if you can see it, we're on the other side of it. So right there, where that tree is, right next to that little tree area. He had you can see where it's been crushed down and stuff. They had an encampment there, and when we first came here, they started yelling at us to get away. So we went and helped the other people, but that's not what they were referring to. They did not want us to film, so they pulled out a pellet gun and started shooting. It was funny because it whipped by our heads. We're going, what was that? Yeah, they almost got Tommy right in the face. And that's the shame about him. The guy right there with the t-shirt. Turns out he's a little bit sick, so to speak.
This guy in the foreground.
Right there, him. There was three of them. There was Rodney, Evan, and this guy, which I think was Derek. But the problem is Derek has PTSD issues and disappears for elongated times. He gets scared. And Rodney changed his course of action to helping vets with their spiritual aspect rather than feeding. But Evan's when we're trying to connect with all these different camps. Which is something I learned that we talk to all these people when they're out there, and see the problem is we don't take into consideration they have some issues.
But you have to do that.
Yeah.
Something they learned.
Yep.
They learned.
Just that they're a little bit crazy, some of them, and which makes sense. You're living on the street. But the bottom line is, though, they're through most of our interactions, they have been wonderful people. So.
Can you hear it now, Upstate?
Right. We want to contact her. Could you
There
give
it
her
is.
my number 2? It's Vanessa, not Teresa.
I hope so.
I know. Me and names are. I was called. What? Please have them call us. V4VETS. We are.
They actively sought us out, but then something happened to him and Teresa,
And
which
that's the man. Ice Cold Audits.
there it is, Ice.
Sir, it's an honor as always. Thank you so much. All right, Ice. Take care, brother.
I am going to write Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers. He's a big supporter of veterans, so are the Packers. And see if they are willing to help us once I get our EIN and our LLC forms.
Oh, and look at this. That would be a win-win.
That would be a
get to meet
humongous sponsor.
Yeah, but also you would get to meet your Packers. You guys got to know this.
Well, not necessarily. I'm in Kentucky. They're up there in Green Bay. You would be more than likely. He lives in California. He lives in Central California. You would be more likely to meet him than I would.
Have one over on him. You have one over on him, bud.
One over on him.
Yeah, you and Graham would be more likely to meet Aaron Rodgers than I would.
Dude, Graham brought up a good one. When we first went out, Bud learned a valuable lesson. When they pulled the car up, I jumped out of the car and grabbed a piece and ran over. And this guy literally draws a knife on me and tried to stick me in. And the reason was we didn't bother doing any research. And Graham found out that about a month or so prior to that, some jack-off went around setting them on fire. So you can imagine what he must be thinking with some guy jumping out of the car running at him.
There's this crazy man jumping out of that and he's running towards me.
Oh my God, I was able to run back then. I didn't even have a cane back then. And I went scooting up and I learned my lesson.
Be the stream link if anybody's interested in coming up.
Completely and utterly learned my lesson.
And go back to full stream.
Now we approach him with the cameras down We asked them if it's okay for us to approach them. We asked them if it's okay if we film them. If not, can we record their voice talking to
Awesome.
us?
Volume's working. Thank you, Fortunate Soldier.
And if they say leave, ladies and gentlemen, we leave. We don't debate it. We just leave. Exactly. We're not there to cause him problem. And let me just tell you, if the guy would have stabbed me, I would not have processed. I would not have told the cop shit. I was the one that went out there to help him. I was the one that was stupid enough to run up there like an ignorant fuck. But we've learned quite a few things, seriously. But hey, we're learning. We're learning and we're moving
You kidding
forward.
me,
That's
Stevie?
the whole thing.
Let me see.
Well, it's a constant learning. I mean, it's a constant learning curve. I mean, you don't
is.
know what on any given day what their situation is going to be either. They might be having a great day.
Typing it.
They could have had a bad day, like you said, where somebody had come up just before and was trying to burn stuff down.
And also the fact that you guys got to remember that a lot of these vets could have PTSD. You are dealing with people that will trigger and have been in military situations. So we understand the risk. And we have all of us, me and Graham, and have made a pledge
Has to
that
be
if
StreamYard.com
something happens
/
out there,
and
we
then
don't
that
like
Get
call
up.
the cops on them. We don't do any of that shit.
some sort of a reason I can't get it
So-
to post the other way.
Whatever happens to us happens while we're out there. That's why we are learning
Sorry.
to take a lot more,
I am trying though.
a lot more attention to their rights and stuff. It's a well earned journey that we have shared with everyone, so that if you go out there, then you will have an idea. And we're hoping to go out a lot more. I am actually got
Way
some
down.
things that I have set up that I wanted to do that I have not been able to do due to my health.
Guys,
But
I'm not going down there.
now that to me was absolutely beautiful. They had the green
You
in
better
front of
not
that
go down,
place.
bud.
We're hoping to
They
do
had their
something
own little teeny encampment there with
I'm
the
going to.
the higher apartment up there. You see that was all those. Look at all the
Is
green.
that water in front of them?
That is stuff on top of the water. Yes, but it
Yeah,
is
that's
water.
algae on top of the water.
Right, the algae. It makes it look really good. And then they have a rock path, which ice is going to walk over. It's kind of actually
It's
cool.
ice.
And then if you see
Cold.
the blue thing right there, that's where they sleep. But then up there is where they keep their food and stuff. It's like a storage area. And the green one across is somebody else's. So.
He's got it buried in the trees.
Then there was an encampment down there. They told us that those people, they never saw them again. They just disappeared for some reason.
We have food.
There's the magic words.
Yo
Oh,
quiero
exact-
Taco Bell.
10, I guess.
We have food.
Maybe I'll come
Yeah.
out and
And what I tell people is the reward we get for doing this, because we ourselves have made actually no money whatsoever.
Is it okay if I
Not a single
document
penny.
this?
But giving these people food and the gratitude that they give back is worth doing all this for no money. It
that's
is
the
just,
reward.
yeah, it's unbelievable. And like Graham just put out there, again, good point, Graham. They fine you $2,000 for feeding the homeless.
Were you guys part of that camp that was over on
Oop, there's my cane.
the street that they cleared out? Yeah.
They were.
Rodney!
And then we run into Rodney. Now, I love Rodney, ladies and gentlemen. He was in charge of the encampment when it was in Oceanside. He since then has moved on to what he says is better anyway. He wants to feed the vets only
Organic food.
organic food. He doesn't want to give them any other food. So, all right, whatever. And he also wants to spend his time writing his spiritual book. But he's a great guy. He really
Hey,
is.
man, I've been looking for you. Yeah, I tried calling. Okay, you gotta call me, bro. I couldn't get hold of you. Well, I've been trying to set things up.
I still talk to him. He's doing okay. He actually is no longer hanging around with the
Oh,
homeless.
found Rodney. That's one of our vets.
Right, and I keep thinking Bill's here.
But ladies and gentlemen, this is a guy I've called 17 different names except Rodney.
Exactly. Before I got his name right, it was Robert, Reggie.
To get to Vanessa.
Rupert.
Rupert, anything with an R besides the real name.
Roger.
And usually when I found when you first approach them, if you act the way a military, sir, yes, sir, type of thing, and just respectfully do it, they calm down enough to where they'll start talking to you and tell you what they want, which we follow whatever they ask. If they want us to leave, we leave. If they want us to give them food but not record, we ask them if we can record the audio so at least the people can hear what's going on. I mean, and they usually have no problem with that. There have been some that don't want you to record, period, audio or video. We still give them food, we still help them out, and we still leave.
Brother, join me.
Because in California, redneck, it is illegal to be homeless. They made that law specifically so the cops could do exactly what they're doing. They don't want them in their neighborhood. They don't want them sitting around destroying their businesses and stuff, which is whatever. Maybe fixing the problem, that might be an idea.
Rights for vets. It was, mind you, the fact that the reason a little bitch can come up and make that comment is because you guys went out and secured our rights. Yeah, you fought for us, and she has right to say that. Okay.
Oh, shit. Awesome editing.
Yes.
Yeah, Shane,
How's
I
that?
understand.
Is that better? I hope it's better.
You know what? That has been brought up a million times. If they were to build a tiny house, neighborhood or an encampment, then the price of real estate market would come down. So that's why they don't do that. It would affect the real estate market. The rich wouldn't get all their overcharged money.
They actually they just banned them in BC.
Really?
Yeah, they made a whole bunch of them out there, and now they're illegal. They say that.
There it is. Anything to stop
you,
people from not paying those exorbitant prices.
That's why we're here. That's what we're trying to show you that there are people out there.
It's just ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get real. First of all, one of the things they found out about moving the vets from the American vet campment, which is the what they called vet row in LA, and they moved them off that. They found you know what they're finding now? They're finding typhoid. Do you understand how bad this is getting? Typhoid is starting to make a back in the water around these homeless and shelters. So realistically speaking, for society that damn near dumped in their pants about a virus, you don't have a problem with this shit being made, really? We need to just stop the homeless, period. And there, Graham, again, welcome to California. They made it illegal to sleep in your car or in RVs. So that's why, and then they also did that thing in front of the door where it was applied to trucks and things blocking an exit. If a homeless person sits down anywhere near a door, even if it's not blocking it, they have the right to use that law to remove them.
Can't mess with it. How can I do this?
So we feel good about it. Like I said, we're small guys. We need help to get started. That's just a reality.
Did you
like
put
I
in
said,
the stuff at the beginning?
we didn't. We started with nothing. I'm the kind that jumps into things, maybe a little too quick, but we're doing. I'm very proud of this job we've done. We've got 300 and something subscribers. Now these are estimates. They're fairball estimates. They're not real
like
totals. I could try to find out the exact.
Then
we're looking
and
to have fed over at least
those
300
numbers.
to 400
I'll post them again.
people when we have gone out, and we've given away about 300 hygiene product packs. We've given out over 100 blankets. So I mean, the point is that us little guys who have no money and are disabled have managed to do this and are damn near. See, it's funny how they want us to all show everything on this channel, but everybody else that does these things has no transparency whatsoever. Remember that we are the standard to transparency because we work animately hard to make sure every penny that we get as a donation is shown and spent on what it was meant to go to, which is the vets. That's one thing you can keep assured. Even if we never get 1,000 subscribers,
Yeah,
you
no
will know
matter.
us as the people that don't. We are transparent. We're honest, and we did what we wanted to do already. We've already accomplished our goal. We have gone out and actually physically fed, gave products out, gave blankets out. We've already done it. We've already done it. Now everyone else is, they follow us then. Whatever you follow us, please, by all means. Go out and feed some homeless people.
Yeah, we go with ice cold audits, but for vets and S Graham. That's our YouTube names.
You like that?
I'm not even here. Tommy, we miss you, brother. All right, Rodney, it's been oh, sorry. And I keep forgetting his mic. We will talk to you soon, man. Keep smiling, bro.
Now, Ronnie, if you go back and look at the old tapes that we did when they had Oceanside, when they were still there, he was remarkable. He, like I said, he's backed off a little of the encampments because he says he wants to put his time into more spiritual help for the vets and more organic to clean the body and mind rather than him doing the feedings and stuff, which is completely fine. Any help he does is great. So, he asked me if he could come on our show and promote his book. Yeah, we'll do that. He's been a big help to the vets. We'll let him come up and talk about his book, hopefully soon. But like I said, there was 3 of them and a woman, which was, and the one you saw on there has, again, ran off with a fit, and they can't find him. He's off his meds. Rodney, like I just told you, was doing, and then there's Evan and Teresa. Those are the 2 I'm still getting in contact so that we can, so we can turn around and help out the vets that are out there right now in these encampments. Now that's S. Graham right there. Remember, right now, I used to be me. Graham took over all that. So all that stuff ends up going to him. And trust me, I did this, so I know how it is for him. To make 100 packs with all that stuff, it fills up your entire room. You've got a lot of bending over. Filling up those little backpacks, it takes hours and hours to do. So much kudos and thanks to S. Graham for his part. Along with going out and passing. Go ahead.
I got a question for you. Have you guys thought of working with Stephen Musel and arrangements for those homeless vets to maybe go down to his place?
No.
Oh, he's building those 7 shelters and then hiring several veterans from each of the shelters to run them. So they're all self-sufficient down there. Yes, we do work with him. Yes.
Yeah, no, I mean so that you can maybe get the veterans off the streets of California and send them over to Stephen Musel in Florida.
No. I don't know if he'd pay to ship them all the way there. They probably wouldn't want to leave California.
They have family and stuff because a lot of them.
They're in California because they don't want to deal with the hurricanes and whatnot in Florida. Okay, so they both have the same basic weather, but you don't have hurricanes in California.
Nope, no hurricanes in California.
But he's in the process of building a total of 7 of those shelters on his airport that he owns there. And
one of the
because sometimes like with me working in addictions for so long, I realize that sometimes you gotta
it's because of where they got the camera sitting.
Them
the people
to
in
get
the back
out of the
don't hear very good, but
in order for them to
speaks,
actually
you'll
accept
hear
the
him
help.
because he's closer to the mic. But I got the volume up as high as it'll go.
What am I talking to?
Well, no,
Oh,
we
is
had
that it?
technical
The
issues
video.
with the volume on the filming.
Oh,
When we were out there filming, to where it's
I'll pause it while you talk.
one time we were muted, but the other, for some reason, this was the phone that Ice eventually got replaced. It wasn't recording the audio that well. Now, see, when I start to actually do the interviews, I'm going to get one of those mics that stretch over and clip on their shirt, interview mic, because the wind and stuff. And then if you use a sock, then it muffles it even more, and it's hard to hear what they're saying. But again, the first time, and I mean, actually, my first time I filmed my face, it swung around. I thought I was filming Ice while I'm following, but all I'm filming is my face. So,
Funny. He's walking around. Why is Bud recording his
showing
face
exactly his
as he's
face.
walking around instead of letting us see what he's seeing?
Nobody bothered to say a damn thing either. They just let it go on.
And then he docks Tommy.
and Graham,
And Graham.
which was Graham's fault, though. He walked right in front of the camera. I am not even kidding you. I had swung the camera around to avoid filming Tommy, who had already been doxxed, by the way. Not only Tommy's face and shit, but his car license plate with him. So here am I, swung it around, and when I swung it around, here comes Graham. Within one swipe, I managed to dox 2 people in one go, which, again, he handed me the phone and walked off. Dude, I'm not used to using, what was it, that thing that keeps the phone stable. Gimbal.
Two people in the chat so far has used my real name.
All right.
So I get doxxed all the time.
You want to play the last couple of minutes of this? 10 more minutes, or are we done?
We showed pretty much of it.
Yeah.
It just gives you an idea. Belted is doing another one that probably would be a little bit shorter, and we want one definitely just as a 30-second intro. Sort of like what he probably did in the beginning there, or something like that.
So I see that. Well, didn't get 20, but you got at least 5 more.
Hey, more is more. It's getting the word out that's important. That's the important part. Meeting people, getting the word out, what we're doing, so they can get word if they know a veteran that needs help, especially if they're in California area, wherever they're at.
And I can't believe the amount of help that people are offering here right now for you. So
yes, we appreciate it.
Yeah, actually, we're up to 308 now. We gained 5. Thank you very much. That's very exciting. And the only reason I base it on 30 seconds is that's the countdown. I mean, it doesn't need to be 30 seconds. It's just I want something like Pepperoni has. You know what I'm saying?
If you'd like to contact me or Bud, I'll put my email and Bud.
Well, actually, not Bud. Go for our channel. It's V.
I'll put them both in the chat right now.
Oh man, what the? Thanks a lot.
What's wrong, Bud?
See, YouTube likes to remove my cursor off the text line. And when I start typing, my computer uses shortcut keys, logs me off, kicks me off, does all kind of stuff. Because YouTube insists on killing your thing off the line for whatever reason. It's like when I'm ready to get off the line, I'll get off the line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. It has a mind of its own, I think.
It does. He does hate me. They do. It's so true, and you know it.
Well, you always got our respect over here, brother. All of you. So you guys are doing good work.
There you go. In the chat, I put my email and V4VETS email. If you want to contact us, give us your email so we can get back with you or communicate.
Well, it will say it on the email when they send it.
Exactly.
So
But-
yeah,
But if you some people will give us a phone number if they're so inclined, whatever. Let us know if you're, hey, I'm willing to donate as soon as you get the EIN or whatever the case may be. We're glad
I know you've
to
got a few people that are willing to make some donations of multiple different things. I saw, like I said, hats and scarves and
which we, like I said, it's
mittens.
nice, and we're working on it, but we are not in any situation right now to take any donations other than the money which goes into a closed account until we get our actual LLC. So we weren't really pushing
Oh yeah.
people sending stuff because we have nowhere to put it,
Not
and we don't
today.
have anywhere to send it. So
if you're
Yeah,
willing to wait a week to 10 days, then
That's what a lot
will.
of people are saying. They'll wait. It's like anyone I've seen that's offered that stuff, they don't mind waiting. You know, as soon as you guys
Okay.
have everything ready.
Yep.
let me say hi real quick to Keeper of the List.
Hey,
Oh,
Keeper.
And then there's Road Dog Media. Nice to see you, brother. But there it is, redneck. It's V dot right there. It's V dot 4VETS at Yahoo or Iggy Pop or whatever. I don't even see your stuff that you put in, KY.
I put it in there.
Anyone else see it?
You know what? I don't have a wrench. It won't show up.
It won't.
What?
You're right. It won't. No, he
Oh,
doesn't
you
have
know
a
what?
wrench.
I'll
Neither
put
do
it in the private, and then one of those two can put it up.
Oh yeah, I can't either. I don't have a wrench either, so I couldn't put it up. Mine disappeared too. You're right. Damn it. No, it isn't. I handwritten it out. It can't, it's not linked though. You can't link it, dude, because. But
There it's in
there you
private.
go.
One of you two can put it on the chat because unless I'm a moderator, then it won't
yeah,
show up.
there's no way to. Well, they know that.
I'm trying to get in under my other account here. Just give me a.
Okay.
I got it.
The other account. You got it?
Yeah.
It's in private. I mean, I put it up. It's just not a link.
Well, I can't complain either.
There it is. Chad just put it out.
There you go.
KYN
There you go.
There he goes. Chad did it. We good.
They just copied and pasted. That's why I did it that way.
Well, yeah, he has a wrench though, so
Yeah, well, he's co-host. I hope so.
He's
that is true.
the manager.
Yep.
He's a manager on the channel, so he can pretty much do everything.
Very little.
I'm well.
No, because of the glitch
none of this particular.
Right, because of the glitch that comes with what they're trying to fix now with StreamYard. If they give you a manager's position,
you can do less than a mod.
Yeah, the only thing you can do is bring people up, pin something, and that's about it. Now you go into the normal chat, you're screwed. You'll be given block, and that's it. You report. You can't even time out the person. That is a glitch because they're working on it. The problem they were having was the liability clause in their TOS, which, okay, giving somebody God power, I can come on your channel, right? For example, and I can go in and I can start a show, and then I can make it a racist show. Who's going to be at fault? I mean, normally they just make the channel, right? I don't know how that works. So that's what I'm thinking is going on. They need to make sure that the permissions are all set because Sticky, when it was old, back when he had his, it does everything. When you add a manager, they can do everything that a channel owner
can do.
Right, except delete his channel. But that's not the case now. They're still trying to fix it, which is ridiculous. But whatever.
If you guys send me a quick chat, I'll give you a wrench for as moderator, so that in time you come in, you guys can drop your links.
What do you want me to do? Send it to in
Just
chat?
Put
Oh,
the comment.
Yeah,
comment.
just put a comment.
Welcome in, Nigel. Just saw him. Journey to Justice. Good to have you. Of course, keeper of the list.
For
And then
that.
Journey to Justice. Yeah.
Oh,
Didn't see any.
Nigel. Nigel,
And
my
Nigel.
man, how are you?
Shark and Sass. Sorry, I didn't see you. I know you've been here a while. I didn't say hi. We're going to do that from now on. Every time we end something. Bye. Just kidding.
So I get V
There's
for
mine.
Vets has now got a wrench. So
Oh, nice. Thank you.
oh,
And there's KY Packer fan with the G.
yeah, I'm trying to. Every time I try to click on the buttons, the fucking chat moves.
I know. I hate that.
That's how you accidentally time someone out. You're about to time someone out. Just as you're clicking, it moves up. Of course, you nail the person below them.
Yeah.
Well, that's how they had that big fight over getting timed out that one time, remember?
Yes.
They thought they did it on purpose, tried to say sorry, the person didn't believe him.
And that's Graham. He got a wrench, and Journey to Justice also. So
I did that the first time I went live on my channel. I was modding, giving somebody a wrench, and I accidentally timed them out. I'm like, I was trying to do that. I'm sorry.
yeah. So yeah, anytime like you see us pop in, post your link. Feel free. Anytime you want to come up.
Okay.
You know.
Thank you. You
Yeah.
actually helped us so much tonight. Even with that, I mean, getting an additional 5 subscribers. Thank
5
you
is
so
5.
much. Seriously, that was just great. I mean, because we're, like I said, we're taking baby steps, and that's all it is. And 5 subscribers in one day is quite a bit for us.
Well, I would have liked to see more, honestly. You know what I said before the show, but unfortunately, I
I'm
can
very
only
happy
do
with
so much. But
exactly, and then you've done a lot. You did more than most people have done for us. I'm not kidding.
We've had promises, though, we're going to help you get
There's so
1,000
many
in 2
promises.
weeks. And, we can do that. Well, where is it? Where's the sport you said you were going to do? So
Yeah, and they didn't do it.
How does
And
it
it's all right.
materialize? So
It's all right. It's all right. We got a lot of pride in what we've done. We've got up to 300 by ourselves,
well,
and now we have someone kind of like helping us get it. It's just an amazing thing, and thank you.
Well, my pleasure, man. I have this thing. If I say I'm going to do something, I do it. Chad and I, we came up with this show. He's the one who came up with the name. I love it. It seems to be working good. Sometimes it goes seat of our pants, but hey.
Hey, it's all like it's like with us.
The same thing, yeah. If we're supposed to be put on a show like a couple weeks ago where we had some vets and they didn't show up, well, then you got to climb out of the seat of your pants and you do the best you can. That's all you can do.
Right, and once we start getting numbers up, that will change.
Yeah.
And here's my new email. I'm going to put it in the regular chat for everybody. I started a new email, so.
KY.
Yeah.
Do you have that? She would like to donate to. Can you put up the PayPal that accepts the donations right now? Is that possible? I know.
Let's see if I can.
And it's not us. The real hard thing we have is we don't want to turn down any donations because it's not really for us. It's for the vets. So anytime we do something like this, we have to say, well, okay, is this going to take away something that could help some vets out? And we really, like I said, we're torn between a lot of things like that because we're trying to be fair about the whole thing. Like me being sick and KY's wife passing away really put a strain on us working on this. And it wasn't for the support of Bell and Graham in the background with both of us. That's what friends are for, right? They put through a lot of shit going on with me, trust me. The whole damn near dying shit. And
I know when I first met you guys was right around the time KY's wife was in the hospital. And
she was in the hospital 4 times in the 15 weeks, but they found nothing medically wrong with her. anytime she was sent back to the hospital.
Right.
The only
Yeah,
thing
no.
that happened to her
Nope,
is
nope.
she
Not
got
our
a
show.
shot, and
Yeah.
I'm not going to say which one, but she got a shot, and it caused medical problems, and she passed away from it.
Mhm.
That's all I can say. I can't say
Yeah.
anything else.
No, and
You'll
it's
get in
because
Yes.
trouble.
a shame. Yeah. But the bottom
And I mean,
line
I
is
can.
KY, whilst KY was being pounded by this, which is considered to be one of the worst mental stresses to go through, the loss of a loved one, especially a wife, he still managed to come out and do V4VETS. Just saying.
Now,
Yeah.
if you want to find out more about what happened to my wife, look up LouisvilleCourierJournal.com and look for obituaries on 9/16 through 9/21, 1921, and look for a blonde woman, first name Renee, and it'll say right there what happened to her.
And then
No,
I
and then
also
like I said,
I can also remember when you got sick as well there, but it was actually I think I was on DJ Vix's panel with you guys the night you actually were going to the hospital.
and what's really bad though, dude, is it's not just me and KY. S. Graham is sick as shit. But yet, see, this is what I'm trying to say. We're not big, but we keep going. And unfortunately, and I'm not bragging, but we pretty well are the standard.
Oh
I
yes,
mean,
yeah.
we are the ones that we'll be one of the first people in this community that I know of that went out and got an LLC. So we can go one step further yet, so we're hoping we're small. We're gonna get bigger. But first thing we need to do is get our subscriptions up to 1,000, so then we can start reaching out and doing bigger things. Because honestly, I need to find a way for reliable transportation. I have to go out and feed these people. Now, worst comes to worst, I guess, hell, screw it. Like, because Graham can't do it all by himself. That's the problem, guys, is the transportation. That's it. Me and Graham have sat there for hours talking about the side interviews, the premieres that we wanted to do, the research that we wanted to do, because you have to go out and meet these people, get to know them before you want to come in with a camera. We can't do any of that. We're doing what we can, and then unfortunately, we haven't had reliable rides. Let's just say that. That's all I'm
Yeah.
going to say on that.
Yeah, and
You know, and I, So
that's a
that's my
problem.
fault. That's my fault. That is absolutely my fault. I have no way to get to these people and do the things I want to do. So that's add to that that I'm still sick, but at least I'm closer. I should have my medicine that I need here in about a week.
I have bad news, bud.
What?
And
When I tried to log into my business account, it says your account has been suspended because I failed to provide the EIN within 15 business days.
There you go. See
We can't even take money.
now,
I don't want to take and put it in
no,
my personal PayPal. I don't want to do that.
yeah, that's just unless.
So yeah.
Now I don't know how you do this then until we get the LLC. I don't know what to do.
If
But
you give me money, I'm on disability. If you give
right,
me money, I have to claim that as income.
right.
I can't put that in. If we put it in a charity account, that's different. But I don't want to do that. I
No,
don't want to lose my disability. I'm
no.
sorry.
That's the other thing. I laugh at people who think we're gonna take all these the money, the ones that were accused of. Really? If we make X amount of money, and it's very little, let me tell you, it's not a lot. They will cancel Medicare, Medi-Cal, all of it. All of it will be canceled. So there is no way in God's green earth any of us are going to put that money in our account. But that's not
No.
the original reason why we didn't do that. The original reason is to have transparency. One person goes around and does all the advertising for the fundraiser, and unless it's going to me, somebody else has to control the money. That way there's this checks and
Separation.
balances.
separation of funds
Right.
from the users.
Right. And checks and balances and all that good shit.
Okay,
You know, just like
once you guys are all set up, once you get your account ready and everything, we'll do another live and see what we can do for you again.
Okay.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
appreciate it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Um,
and we
definitely.
appreciate
And
coming up here tonight.
That's what we're here for.
That's why we all support each
Snarky-
other. That's why we tell
Snarky
people to come over to your
ends-
channel.
Yeah.
Snarky NSS, she had jumped up here on another account under Citizen Naughty, and she said she posted a TikTok for you gentlemen.
Thank you. Like I said, another big thing is just coming to our channel and watching. I don't have any money. You don't need money. You know what, people? We have enough money right now. We really do. So what we really need right now is people to come over and join and subscribe and watch, so that we get the message out to more people. That's the most important thing right now. And I mean, we'll have our LLC and stuff, but again, we really, for several reasons, but the main reason was not Social Security. We never once wanted we went over how I wanted this done, because I've done this shit on Facebook for over 20 years. And to avoid fraud, this is what you do. And it's just simple. It's just really simple to do. If you are the one raising the money and you are not the one getting the money, then someone else needs to hold the money. Unless it's a parent member that you're raising money for medical stuff, and then you need to have a fundraiser under their name. If you are doing a fundraiser for money that's not supposed to go to you, then you need a independent money holder like KY. Then what happens is, when we're going to go out and spend $360 at this restaurant to get food. KY authorizes it and sends the money. Without that step, we could skim money and do all kind of things. That's why there is no way and I'm saying this again and again and again, we have never ever got any money from Super Chats.
Anybody. Yeah.
Super Chats does not go to us. And all the Feed the Homeless projects we did, people misunderstood that. They thought we were getting that money. No, we did not. That went all to the channel owner. We got nothing for that. So, and there's
There was 3 different channel owners that helped support us and simulcast our video,
and
but they kept all that the thousands of dollars that were donated. Not a penny went to us. And we try to tell people that. Donate to our PayPal. Only our PayPal if you want to give us money.
The other reason is there's no way to be transparent with the Super Chat, or because here's what happens. Before the amount of 200 is raised, you pay 40%. After 200 is made, you pay the entire amount, which is 70%. That money that goes to your PayPal, which is then transferred to your bank account, or maybe it goes straight to your bank. Either way, you have your bank fees. That's not worth it.
So someone donates $10 to you, 40% goes to PayPal, additional 30% goes to taxes. There's 70% of your $10. $7 of that $10 is now gone before it ever gets to you. Whereas you donate straight to the pay pool, 100% of that $10 goes to you.
Right, except for the money that you have to pay to send it from your account into whatever.
Right, which is 1.5%.
Yeah, that's nothing. It's nothing to worry about. Or sometimes I don't know. We have to read more on it, but the bottom line though is we're not taxed. We shouldn't be taxed on donations, so we should be able to get the money straight. I don't know if that's true. I'd have to read up, but yeah, the best way to do it is a straight out PayPal or a Cash App. That the reason being is when I don't want Cash App. PayPal allows us to have a business account linked to it and stuff like that. So that's the route we're going to go. That way it's transparent. That's the way everybody can see it. However, I've made a decision that I will not put a monthly report up. If you want to see what we are making and what we are paying, then there will be a link provided on our page. And you can do the work yourself. We have done it and done it and done it. And every time we do it, They come back with even more and more stuff. And I'm
We want
sorry,
this and we want that.
I'm
and-
not
and-
giving you a DNA. I don't have to give you diddly shit. This LLC puts us in line, me, in line with the IRS, and I'm not fucking with the IRS. So if you want to see what we're making, we will announce it one show. After that, you can click on the link, go to where you want, and do your own work. Because
I was just gonna say, Journey to Justice. They don't really do email transfers in the states.
No,
so
we don't do U.S.
I
transfers that
understand.
way.
Yeah, entirely different in the states. They don't do email transfers. I know
If
Journey's from
you-
Canada, so
Yeah, if you give us a cash card that's still a donation, and we have to report that as income. And since Bud and I are both on disability because we're disabled, if we get over a certain amount, they will cancel our disability.
and I
So-
just got Medi-Cal. And that includes Graham as well. So you got to understand that I don't know about Bill. I have never asked Bill his financial situation or whatever. That's not my business. But as for KY, myself, and S. Graham, who I can just about tell you are the main characters in the show, the ones doing all the stuff backstage the most, controlling the money, none of us can have that money put into our bank accounts. There's just no way. We will lose our benefits, and that's not happening.
Not willing to do that.
Everyone say hi to Banana Anna.
I
Please
was
go
just
over to
gonna
her
read
wonderful station.
You're reading my
And
mind, but
like, share, and subscribe. She has karaoke night. She has a great voice. So that's basically where we are right now. We want to keep it in, like I said, a great group of people. S. Graham, Bell Admin, El Mongus, Stevie Mao, and KY Packer. You know, this is why we will be a success. We go slow because we want to do it right. And we're not afraid to admit we've made mistakes. I mean, the first day I went out running at that guy was a fucking mistake. The lady that got mad at me for recording her, that was a big mistake. And I honestly have not shown that video. I honestly never will. She asked me not to film her, but I thought I would just say, okay, fine, I'll stop it. But I got attacked by a gentleman that was being filmed. Literally, before I even filmed, he jumped up when he saw the camera and he went apeshit, told me he'd break the camera in my face. And it just... So we've learned a lot of lessons. Whether these people are homeless or not does not matter. That is their living space, and you should respect
It's their home.
It's their home. But it's the way people actually think about the homeless. You don't really... I've learned a lot more, and trust me, ladies and gentlemen, I am 2 months away from being homeless, so it's bad. It's bad. I've been spending time watching homeless videos to find out how they make their houses and where they make them, so that I could find an area that the cops won't bother you most, which is like at the middle of a bridge, because it becomes state property, not fucking it's
Bud loves to find the
federal.
crazy ones. Yeah.
I will too. They seem to magnet to me, like, serious. But you know what, guys? I can actually help the homeless while I'm out being homeless. Serious.
Oh,
I can get a listing of all the vets. I can find their encampments. I can talk to them, get to know them.
you know, I don't know if you guys, if I actually told you guys this or not, but like over the summer, I was actually, I went homeless on purpose to see how bad it was in a certain town, and I spent 6 weeks sleeping on doorsteps and coach surfing and sleeping in a tent and that out on the streets. I know what it's like. I've been working with these guys since 1985. It's been a lifelong project for me, and I was never actually had to experience what they did. So I couldn't do it in the wintertime. I did it in the summer, and
Shit, I'm fucked. I can't do it either. So my legs make it impossible for me, but my nurse is trying to get them closed up before anything were to happen like that. But Graham, that's right. We met a guy, and I've got it. I'm going to be putting the film up. I'm not kidding you guys. He walked up to me with a box and says he could convert. He was an alchemist. basically. He said he could convert. He had a magic bowl, a box that turned things into gold and other shit. And I filmed this. He gave me permission, but now one must wonder just how crazy was he. I mean,
Yeah, I'll go get you about 10 pounds of wheel weights and see if you can convert them to gold. You know.
there you go. So it was funny, you know. It's
Again, shout out to Citizen Naughty. No problem. It was a quick TikTok. That's what she's referring.
Yes,
Susan
thank
is
you.
referring to.
Citizen,
I've
do
got
you
way
have
more
my
eyeballs on TikTok.
do you have my email by chance? The V4VETS@yahoo.com. That link out there again. Please email me. That's amazing. You know, to TikTok and stuff because we can replace a favor or whatever.
Yes,
Oops,
it's
What the hell
posted
happened?
again here. Hold on.
And I've done that too when I was still working.
Posted again here for you.
I've given veterans rides. You know, I see the guy on the side of the road on the ramp up the highway. I pulled over. I said, "Hurry, quick, get in before the car comes behind me." You know, they'll honk. He jumped in. I said, "Where are you going?" He says, "I'm headed to Florida." I said, "Well, you got about a 13-hour drive." I said, "I'm not going that far. I'm 10 minutes down the end of the road here." I said, "But I got nothing to do. It's a beautiful day. I got a full tank of gas." I said, "I can take you 50 miles." I said, "I'll drive you 50 miles down the highway." I said, so that's what I did. He said, "I really thank you." Well, he said,
Oh shit!
50 miles is 50 miles. He said, that's a lot of walking, you know. I said, "No, it's not a problem." I said, "Because I know there's a truck stop right over the hill there." I said, "I'll
You
drop
beat
you
me
off
to
here.
it, Chad.
You know."
Just by a hair, bud. Just by a hair.
Just by hair.
Well, did you hear that weird Did you hear that weird noise in the dark corner from the right to you there? From backstage? Something over in that corner is getting a little hungry. I think, Ash. We might have to feed them later.
Oh my god. Yeah, now I'm ashamed. I have a favor to ask of you later.
If I can help, I will.
Well, I think you might be able to help. However, I want you to know before I even ask you to be backstage that you don't have to say yes. Serious. Please don't feel obligated to ever do anything.
Oh. I look at it this way: if I see a good cause, or if I see somebody trying, I'm not going to turn my back on them. It's, I have people turn their back on me my whole life, and I just can't see. I can't do it to people. I know what it's like. So.
Well, I'm waiting to find out if they can pick up the pace on my How Fresh card. If not, I won't have food. So I'm actually gonna ask for food. Not now.
I helped them out this month.
He has, you know. I
Yes, that's Graham. That's what's in the dark corner for Bud.
look at this shit with your alligator nonsense. I swear to God, if you got these fools telling me they're mailing me a blow up, don't be stupid. Don't waste your money sending a stupid blow up alligator doll. I don't want, or any remote control alligators or anything like that. That twisted KY is trying to send me. No.
I found one, a remote control alligator. It was 6 feet long. It was remote control. It was only $24.
No.
I was gonna mail it and have Josh set it on the walkway and have it walk up the walkway.
No, because it would go back the same way it came.
I could just see Duchess barking at it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Of course, she's liable to have a heart attack. An alligator comes at her.
Oh, thank you, Redneck Girl.
Redneck Girl's got her email now. Thank you. And
Yep.
like I said, guys, the biggest support y'all can do seriously is show up and be in the chat rooms because it really helps our algorithms and stuff and helps us get the message out there. And hopefully you'll be getting a lot more content. One of the things I really want to show you guys is how I got violently sick. Because I want you to see why a lot of people say I was stupid, but I want to show you what I went down there to film. I want you to see what these people were living like. And the fact that I got that violently sick and I'm still sick to this day and will have to take antibiotics probably for the rest of my life.
I resemble that remark.
You resembled. I know. I don't know how you do it.
I went and had my hips replaced, and when I went in the hospital, they gave me a staph infection. I watched them for 40 minutes as they scoured and sprayed and bleached and cleaned that surgical center. When the last guy came out, and all the doctors and nurses went out, and that team went in there with suits on, and they sprayed and they mopped and they bleached everything and pulled the instruments out of the sterilizer and laid them out and stuff. And I still got a staph infection. So twice a day, every day, I have to take antibiotics because I have a staph infection the rest of my life.
Hey, Roadhog, thank you so much, my brother, for coming in. Roadhog, by the way, also puts our link up in his other channel. So much
And
kudos.
I see
Love you, brother.
Stevie Mal's in the house
Well,
too.
hold on. It's the mow 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 mow. Stevie. Anyway, my you did.
As
Right,
long as
Stevie,
he's
by the way.
here, you can
Yeah.
exchange digits. So you can contact him about the avatar you want him to do. And like I said, he doesn't ask for money, but will gladly accept a small donation.
Yeah, because he works his nuts off, as you can see, and
He does. He works hard.
And please,
Yeah.
guys, he's not going to say it, but I will. Apparently, some people have bitched and bitched and bitched. He does what they asked, and they still bitch. And then after he spends weeks on it, they just say, "Forget it." Have a little bit of respect, man. If the brother spends that much time on something for you and it doesn't work out, he's not a 3-year-old. You know what I'm saying? He can take it, but don't make it. Don't do that. Don't waste his fucking time.
Exactly.
Seriously, he's got a lot of people he's doing this work for, and it's important to us. Look what he did for us. So, and he's one of us, so we're gonna stick up for him. We're a little bit biased, but you know how it is.
Well, he did these V4VETS ones, and then
he did mine. He's done the hundreds of them.
Yeah, I know he was busy.
He did that one,
like he did actually offer to do one for me a while ago. It's just I never really got back to him, and the guy's busy, and I've been trying to do other things too. I never really kept up on it, so it's my fault. Just for not.
That's right, everyone. It's a shame's fault. Damn.
Hey, I got big shoulders.
I think it's Crazy Frenchman's fault. I really do.
Thank you, Redneck. It's so good meeting you, Redneck.
Hey, Crazy Frenchman, welcome to the panel.
How you doing, Crazy?
Yes, definitely. Well said, Redneck Girl.
Yes, Redneck Girl. Thank you. What are you? North Central, South Ohio? Where? I don't need to know what city. Just near Cincinnati, not.
Yeah, dang, that's where exactly she's the. That's where we were from. Damn it, I was only 50 miles away from KY. If I'd have gone on the internet just a little earlier, I could have met KY before I came back to California.
Yeah.
Shitty.
So I just did a live update. You're up to 310 now.
Oh, thank you. That's so great. That's so great. It's the most we've done in one spot in a long time.
In 2015, we were there for the Packers Bengals game in Cincinnati at the stadium there. So, if you were there then, weren't you?
Yep.
Yeah, we were probably 10 miles or 15 miles apart.
Look at that.
Small
Oh
world.
well.
Yeah.
No, even smaller. Tell him. Go ahead, KY. Tell him the story about I don't know if you guys know
Commander
Commander
Vucevic?
Musabek, who's a great guy, had a great channel. He is the godfather of not non-drama shows. I'm not messing with you. He started a show called The Auditor's Lounge, and I was there. I was there in the beginning, and we helped him keep it drama free. No drama when all the shit was going on, all the hardcore stuff. The man that you got to go there to subscribe to him. He got very sick, so he doesn't do as many panels, but he has been starting them up slowly again. He's well worth going to see. Okay, sorry.
Yes. Him and I served together for a while. The same unit in Minnesota.
I
For
think
about
that
14 months. For about 14 months, we walked by each other in the hallway. We had to. We probably talked to each other. I didn't know who he was then, and he didn't know who I was.
so yeah, I kind of I seen some of his stuff. And I kind of try to model it after him a little bit with the no drama and stuff. So far, it's been working.
Yeah, we haven't had too many problems yet, so we're
No.
No, and like
you know,
you gotta
the odd
understand
little
that
thing, the odd little thing in
kudos-
chat or something, but that's all.
the kudos that goes to good old my brother Commander was the fact that during this time was the worst fighting. It was when it was at its peak. You had wars going on between Brian and Paulie and Dramadone and blah blah blah. They were all fighting like crazy.
Asshole.
Yeah, and all of a
Kate.
sudden, out of nowhere, and I compare it to like a nuclear explosion. Every of the houses in rubble everywhere, and in the middle of this mess is a flower shop. That is what he was. He actually opened up that thing. Oh my God. I started, it was just amazing. And then Spirit at the time, which is now Venus Blue. Wow. They had it down, brother. You would have Commander up on the panel. You would have at the time Spirit in the chat room. It was just great. It was a pleasure going to that room. But the bottom line is, though, the reason it's, like I said with Commander was his drama. That's where I base mine too. Ashamed. He's a great guy, dude.
Who was that we just learned the other day thinks veterans are worthless?
That was Amazing Audits.
Maybe not. Be careful if he comes into your chat or your panel.
Do your own research, but really simple. Just go to his channel and look who he's affiliated with and what he says. I can't believe that he would come into a Vets channel and it was in
offer to help us and go out with us.
Yeah, you know what? Let's stop. We get stop right now. Let's not talk anymore. Yeah, we're not a drama station people, and I'm sorry about that. My apologies. Seriously, I lost control and started talking. We don't need to talk about that.
But
anyway,
yeah,
the bottom. Somebody came into the chat room and said derogatory. No, not really, sir. I want no drama. I'm too sick for it. That's not even a joke. My blood pressure is 205. My diabetic levels are 605. I'm not eating properly because I don't have food. I'm not got medicine to take for this condition, and I'm waiting, and it's getting close. But I don't want any drama. I'm done with the drama, Chad. I mean, seriously, go ahead. Say whatever you want about me. I'm not going to respond. I'm done. I'm done. My health is more important than your bitching. And we are doing everything we can, me and KY. And we're done. We are going to put up the totals, my brother. We'll even, if you let us come up on your stage, we'll do that one time on your station, maybe on whatever. But after that, there will be a link. And that is it. We don't answer questions after that point. We're tired of the headaches. We're the only channel that is being put through this. We're the only channel that is this transparent. We're the only channel that brings out the fact that super chats are a con. And they know it. When you go out to feed the homeless and you come back with 0 and they come back with thousands, there's a problem. Just saying.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. We're here to feed the homeless. We're not here to have. It's not about us. That's the other wonderful thing. Ask Graham, ask Bell, ask KY, ask Elmongus. Go ahead. What is it about? It's not about the individual. It's not about us. We want to feed the homeless.
No, it's about the homeless
and the vets. So We may
And I
not
mean,
be
if
the biggest
I
channel.
mean,
We may not be the biggest channel. We might not. We're boring. We've been called flat out boring. We're not. I'm not here to put on a show. I'm not here. I would like to have 1,000 so I can go out and film, ladies and gentlemen. But if you don't, if we don't get 1,000 and we still get subscribers, then bugger. What the fuck do I care? We're going out there and feeding the vet list, whether or not people want to help us subscribe. We will still. I will get the money. I've done razors for decades. I'm good at what I do. I will come up with the money, irregardless of whether YouTube helps. I have thousands, 5,000 on 4 accounts in Facebook. I can plaster and demolish the fundraiser every 10 minutes. I'll put it up. I will get the money because it's not for me, so I can make it real quick.
Yeah.
So what I would like, though, is to get the support of the 1A community before we move into the military community. That's all I'm saying.
well, I'll say from up north, you definitely you definitely have mine and Ash's support from the 2B community.
Yeah, always.
Look, we just, it's reality.
And a lot of the other 2Bs are aware, and some of them have shown up. We've had a few of our other fellow 2Bs in here, and but there's some that will catch later, and will definitely want to show their support as much as possible as well.
See, we love the 1A community. I mean, I have so many friends in the 1A, and I'm so supportive of you guys. And you remember what happened to me? My family actually disowned me because I picked the 1A community over them. So I'm not bad mouthing the 1A. There's a lot of great people here. I would not have met everyone on our panel if it wasn't for the 1A community. Bell Admin, all of you guys, Canadian, Shame the Canadian, you, Chad, none of you guys. I would not know any of you. So I will not sit there and say it's been bad, but I'm just saying that like, look at it this way. There is a channel, a group of people. It's not really a community over there. It is to a degree because they're really tight knit. In order to get a part of that, you have to go over there and talk to them. They got to check you out, and they got to make sure you're okay. And they will make you stand there for months before they actually give you a kudos. And when they give you the kudos, they'll start sending a massive amount of people to your channel. These people have over 200,000 subscribers in their channels. Now, I want you to understand, these are not one. It's not like the 1A community. These are 200,000 people that have entered this channel for nothing but helping the homeless. I am just pointing out a belligerent reality. We are in the wrong community. We can stay and support the 1A community, which will never stop doing. Hell, KY is a major supporter of this community. Bell Admin is. Esperam is a major community. I mean, there's no way we're going to leave, but the reason we're having the issues we are is we need to go to a vet community filled with vets so that I can get vets on my panel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. And, we want to still be able to help the 1A community and stuff, but realistically, that's all we are here for. It's really true. We don't want drama. We will not do drama to get clicks and baits. Now, one time, my friend went missing. Now, a lot of people want to talk crap, but I had no idea what was going on with my friend. All I know is there was a rumor that he got kidnapped, so we put on a show. That created some drama. I'm not going to lie about that, but see, that was because this is my brother. He's part of our group, and I will make any exception I want to help any one of the members of my channel. If they're in trouble, I will be a hypocrite, and you can blame me. I made the decision to go up there because I thought he was actually missing, and I was worried. I mean,
we had multiple people from Oklahoma, Joe Cool, all kind of people looking and searching and looking for information and helping us, and
it was considered a somewhat drama. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
What I'm getting at, though, is we don't entertain anything else but talk about vets. As a matter of fact, you haven't seen a show every day by me and KY, which me and KY can do. We can come up with nonsense content, but we decided that we would honor our vets by having it because we did get some complaints from other people. Said, why are you guys doing other topics besides vet if you're a vet station? Fair enough. And the reason being is, ding, 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 We don't have any content at that point. Now,
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of research, and we're going to have static content as well as articles being put up and stuff that you can come view. Fine. But look at what happened with Upstate and look what happened with Rights for Vets in the last week. Both of them had scheduled panels for vets to come up, and both of them didn't have any vets.
Yeah.
I have got, I've got, what do you call them, stationary vets I can call, which I will be doing. My goal is to, one of the things like we talked about, and then, see, it's hard to do. Mind you, Pete, we're new. Now, I will continue to answer some of the emails I got, which I didn't respond to. It's like, why would you do a suicide thing to make everyone depressed? Again, I'm not here to make you happy or anything. I'm here to bring up issues
and
about the
awareness.
vets.
And
Right.
awareness.
And I did not, in that episode I didn't scratch the surface.
And if you
No.
don't talk
There is-
about it,
right, you don't talk about it, right.
if you
And
don't talk about it, it's going to be hidden. And
it's bad, dude. There are so many ways to help them because of that they have found out. These are not, you could try this type shit. This is known workable things.
Mhm.
Vets, their top things that cause a vet to kill themselves, one is isolation. They feel
Yeah.
isolated, whether it's physical isolation or mental isolation. Second, the inadequacy debts that are owed. If they owe debts, they feel like they've not because when you go into the military, and I've heard this from a lot of vets, you are trained to not be a pussy. I'm sorry, it's a better word for that. But basically, you pull up your bootstraps and you move on, boy, type of thing. So they don't tend to reach out for help when it comes to things like financial problems or anxiety attacks. The way to stop just those two right there is to talk to them. Start up an email with them, a pen
Yep.
buddy. They found that people that pen write to veterans they use that as therapy. So all I'm saying is there's ways that we can do and recognize when we see vets, because see, here it is. It's none of my business. The fuck it ain't. It was none of his business to go over there and save your ass. Right?
Yeah.
He wasn't,
Right.
he didn't pick and choose who the fuck. But since he did that, it's your support your troop bullshit. Support the troop bullshit. Let me explain something to you. If you can walk by a vet eating out of a trash can, you're a lying sack of shit, and this community is full of it as well. There is no support when someone's eating out of a trash can. But it's not just limited to us. Oh, hell no. Hell no. I have told off military people. What happened to no troops left behind? What is your definition, actually, of no troops left behind? If they're eating out of a trash can, does that not fill into the left behind category? I'm just saying, guys, we are all responsible for this. If we want to send people over to war to fight for us, and we sit home and watch TV, then it's about time we have a responsibility. Not a nice thing. This has to be a responsibility. We have to take care of our vets, period. They get that honor. They get that entitlement, if you want to
They
call it.
earned that respect.
Right. It's not just respect. It's just the way it is. You got congressmen and senators with lifetime health insurance. Really? What did you do? So then when we asked you to give the vets the same respect, and you say no, well, then it's us. I'm sorry, guys. It's us. It's every last one of you. It's me. It's KY. We live and accept the fact that we don't give a flying fuck about neither our vets, which is why we have so many homeless people. Why would we give a shit about homeless people if we don't give a shit about our vets? Shit in, shit out.
Yeah.
And they make it against the law for you to help the homeless.
Well,
They make it against the law
well, I
to be
mean, it's
not
even.
homeless.
I mean, even with myself, I mean, I
fine here in
support the
California.
vets. I support the vets, by giving them as much moral support as I can. And I mean, even when you guys have your channel, sometimes there's your show. I've jumped up there a couple times on your guys' show. just to show you guys support, so that you have somebody else there to talk with as well.
Yes,
Because there's
we
been times
appreciate
that
that.
you
Yes, and what I'm trying to say is like, look at us. This is what the whole thing is. It shows you it's full of shit. Us five have fed over 300 people. So why can't everyone do that? If you do that, there will be no hungry, homeless people. And then shit. If people actually give that much of a shit about them and go out and feed them, well, guess what? Then they're going to start changing laws to make homeless. Instead of making homeless illegal, how about allowing them to be homeless illegal? How about you make the city, the governors and stuff responsible? Yeah, how about that? How about we start finding them for like the idiot that runs Philadelphia? This guy's I don't care who it is. You're a creep. Kensington is a what the fuck? It's so disgraceful. It's not even funny, and yet somehow you're a mayor, you're a governor, you're what? In one of our most famous fucking states in all of America, and you let it turn into that. I mean, what level will we finally say, okay, fuck it, we're just gonna have to bear down and actually take a little of that gorging money away from the military complex and actually spend it on U.S. fucking citizens? I don't care if they want to be homeless. You know what, dude? Australia was a great country for this. They built the little tiny village. And then these homeless people could go there. All they had to do is either give their license, and if they didn't have that, everyone had a social card, whatever. And then you got a key. It was a bed, a small table, and a nightstand. That was it. Maybe a refrigerator, I think, was in there. So you could put cold drinks in, but that was it. And that's where you were able to sleep. Nothing else. And then at the end of each of these two things was a thing to wash your clothes and a thing to take a shower, bathrooms and showers. And that was it. So any other homeless people could go in there. And it was the way it was made was for flush cleaning. You know what I mean? Like on an air, the stuff is all compact so that they just have to turn on the sprinkler system and disinfect the entire place. It cleans out by itself. So these places could be used here in America, but like I said, you have to take into consideration the real estate industry out here. If you start supplying homes to all these people, and then the panic buying won't take place. Because, you know, they always, when you buy a house, well, you're in a safe neighborhood. You're not in the poor neighborhoods where something can happen to you. You're in a rich neighborhood. That's how they push it. It's the boo, boo, boo to get you going. And you don't want to end up in the street like that. I mean, this is why we don't want to be homeless, dude. We need to get a place. There you go. So, and if you do, if there's nobody needs a home, supply and demand is what we live on, the prices of housing is going to start to come down, and they will not have that. They won't do it. They'd rather have 1 million homeless people here in LA, an estimated million.
Yeah.
Yet these idiots want to argue about keeping the border open. Yeah, not a problem.
No, just to give you an example, the state of California has a population of Canada, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, brother, let me tell you about California. We have more money than you do.
Oh, the state
Just
of
in
California has
California.
more money than Canada, too. Yes.
Right. So
But
they're a pack of idiots.
But listen to this, though. We are a country that's with the population the size of California or New York State, roughly the same, 38 million. But we have over 3 million homeless people.
Wow. You know, I watched something today, Canadian. I got it here. The guy's he goes around filming the homeless in Canada. Well, and this one particular was by a cop. They have this thing they do going around trying to keep kids off the drugs.
Yeah.
My computer's acting up. I don't want to make it crash. Anyway, give me a moment. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Oh, Roadhog, that is so nice of you to do that. But if you want to push something, push V4VETS. Unfortunately, I love bud grower, and I'm going to be doing some growing there soon when I get a house or when I have more permanent living situation. But the reality is I can't use bud grower to do anything to do with the V4VETS or the charity raising because churches don't want to be associated with that. That's why we no longer do 420 in any manner on our show, because we lost donations.
Okay.
Yeah, that was hard. It was hard
Yeah.
to realize it just because I was, 420 positive. I lost $5,000 donation to feed the homeless.
Yeah.
So I had to make hard decisions, and those decisions are none of that shit going on. It's about the vets. It's about the homeless. It's not about me. So I've changed quite a few things. My name, the channel. Don't talk about it anymore.
Oh, I've had to do a lot of changing and everything, and like just to be on YouTube and to be able to do what I do. A lot of people don't see what I do in the background. I do a lot of stuff on the computer. I'm always I'm active in the pro activism. I'm constantly trying to get information from government officials and stuff like that. Help make change in this country. And I just see it all going to shit. And when we have all these homeless people, I can only do so much. I make some bag lunches every 2 weeks, and I take them lunches, and I take those out. And if I have a thermos, I'll make some coffee or something. That's all I can do. Nobody helps me with this. I do this out of my own pocket.
Yeah.
And
Hey, what?
like for Christmas Day, I'm going to be spending the day on the streets with the homeless. I want to be able to have a turkey dinner made for them, put in tinfoil takeout trays or styrofoam takeout trays, whatever I can get.
Ash, your mic's starting to go cracky a bit here too. By the way, Too Tall Rob Live was just passing that along.
Just
Is
drop
this
down
better?
and come back up. It should fix it.
Yeah.
Is this
Now,
better?
what's truth? We here in America can't do that since 911. We cannot take a vet to the VA and recognize their name. They won't talk to us. So what they require is a clearance, which that's one of the things on the list to get, is so that when we go out there and we find a vet, we can call up the VA and say, "Hey, we have your vet down here. He needs help." Because otherwise, they will not respond to you. They will not even acknowledge that that's a vet, whether you have the number or not.
I don't know if you know that, like here in Canada, the Legions are a social place for them to go.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, same idea. Yeah, what he's talking about is the exact same thing.
We can't go to the Legion. We can't go to the VA because of the 911 threats. They consider that acknowledging troops, and they will not do it. You need to get a clearance to go to either the Legion. Now,
the Legions, like we have American Legion or the VFW, is that what you mean? The Legions?
Yeah. Now, if they
that's a private organization, the government.
Right. It doesn't matter. They follow the same. Those are their regulations they have to follow from the government. However, if the vet walks in, all they have to do is walk in, dude. So I'm thinking, screw it. We'll get a wheelchair, put the vet in the wheelchair, and roll him into the place he needs to go. And then they will have to address him. I'm just saying. If he's there, they have to address him. It has nothing to do with us.
No, exactly. Definitely.
So that's all there's a ways around it, bro. The other way to do it is if they won't talk to you, put it on a floppy what do you call one of those little drives? Flash drive.
Thumb drive, flash drive, yeah.
Yeah, literally walk in and drop it down. And if the person there after you talk to a while is smart enough, all they need to do is put it in and then they can do the inquiries themselves. They didn't physically take it from me, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody leaves something in their mailbox and they happen to look at it. Well, they happen to look at it and then they can investigate to see if it's a real vet. I find this to be ridiculous because it just slows down. I don't understand the logic behind it, because really, what I'm a Taliban here in the middle of the United States? Talking about a homeless vet sleeping on the street? What the whatever. It's all right. We're getting it done once we and that'll help us get that too, by the way. If I come up with a charity thing for the vets with an LLC or whatever and tell them, hey, this is what we're doing, I just need to get a clearance to bring this stuff to you guys, I don't think we're going to have any issues. Just saying.
No, you shouldn't. Definitely.
It's just that one thing after another. When you don't have a car and all you can, it's.
If you do, bud, you can always stick your boots on them.
Well, a lot of things I'm going to get done when I finally get a car. I mean, I want to go to, there's a few laws that are trying to be passed to help vets, and they could always use somebody trying to promote it on this end, whatever, helping them out. So we'd volunteer with that. Do some city hall shit. Anyway, we got a lot there. We want other things we want to start. But like I said, we're taking baby steps. And first thing to do is get the LLC, so we can set up the bank accounts. And from there, everything else should fall into place. Like I said, we got a lot of good people working on it.
Yes, you have a good team, that's for sure.
Yeah, we do. We have an insanely good team.
And you have tons of supporters that are out there as well. And I mean, if you guys are ever out and you need somebody else up on a live stream, or you need a stream to stream it, I know either one of us doesn't have a problem to help you out any we can that way too.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that's, like I said, once we get we will. That's one of the things that me and KY have agreed to definitely publish the day we get it, would be the certificate showing our number and the fact that we are legitimate. Now, we will show that. After that point, it will be mailed to KY to be put away, and you people can go to a link to see it.
Yeah.
I'm done with the headaches.
Hey, Slow Burner is in the house. Hello, Slow Burner.
Hey, Slow Burner. This is really nice, guys. It's a shame to let me and KY and come up and talk about our channel. We really appreciate it.
Well, that's why we started this show, was to help other channels.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're not the biggest. I don't have, that many subscribers. I got a few. They're growing every day, but if I can help, that's what we're here for. You guys help me at some point, so scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Exactly.
And I think that's the way the world should be, sort of like a barter system type thing,
Yeah. As we call ourselves, of course, we are the sidekicks. On other panels, that's what we are. But here, we're the sidekicks rule the roost.
I would like to put just this show up on my V4VETS and KY Packers channel. If that's okay with you. Ashamed.
There's my new screensaver for my phone.
Nice.
So
nice, Ashamed. And I'd say I don't think Ashamed would have a problem with you reposting this on your guys' channel as well, and V4VETS.
Oh,
and
not
of
at
course,
all.
in the tag,
please.
I'll make
Go
sure
right
that
ahead.
it comes back to your station, because I'm a channel. I call it channel.
Yeah. And that goes for any of the guests that come on the show here. If they can use any part of this on their channel, so feel free to share it, put it on your channel, whatever. That's what it's there for. So
just put a link back to Ashamed Canadian so that people can enjoy his work.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, exactly.
We just want to help people. It's been in my nature my whole life to help people, and I just found a new way of doing it. And people have been helping me a little bit. I've been getting a little bit of help for the Christmas thing. So thanks to Stephen Musel already, and
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, no problem, bud.
We just need to stick together, and if we can share our stuff, reach other people, then hey, that's what we do. Especially stuff like this.
The other thing I thought about was until just recently, until just several months ago, I was a big supporter of the Wounded Warrior Project. And I was considering reaching out to them. Maybe perhaps they would be willing to sponsor us in some way, putting our name as a support organization.
Yeah.
So
You know, I was told a long time ago, if you're going to do this, jump in with both feet, especially if it's something you believe in. You know, and that's what I started to do with my other channel. There's a lot of this stuff on YouTube where you have panels and you talk about different stuff. You got all different kinds of genres of panels, drama to you know, real life stuff to people doing live audits. All this on YouTube. I wanted to take them away from that, even if it's only for an hour or two, and you know, give them relaxation by doing having live stand-up comedy shows or live music performances and stuff like that. So um, and I'm trying to focus more on that. So I sort of jumped in, and I mean, I've been emailing everybody I can. There's a lot of Canadian bands that I've been emailing, talking with, and you know, I have one band that's coming up here on hopefully here before Christmas, but it all depends on the flood situation right now. I haven't heard anything from them in about a week, and they're right in the BC area, so it may be a little bit postponed or something, but there's a band, and please, if you can, go onto YouTube and check out the band Three Scotch Inn. They're an amazing group from Penticton, BC, and and you know, they're up to about 120, 125 subscribers. When I met them, they only had 37. I can't take credit for all the ones that they got, but I've been pumping it out all the
there you
time.
go.
You've
That's the
given
way we
them a
work.
few. You've given them a few, that's for sure.
Yeah. So you know, little things like that. Their latest song, it's actually radio quality. It should be out on the radio. It's that good. There's no talk about drugs or anything like that in it. It's just a regular, really good song. And I wonder.
You could have,
I
you
do
have
have I do have permission to play their music, just not on this channel.
yeah, I was gonna
So
say.
all I can do is I'm going to put a link to this to them, and if you guys can go over and check them out and tell them Ashcan sent you. But if you can, like, check out this. Make sure. Don't want to do that. They got 3 original songs, but okay, that's bang. Come on.
It's there.
Copy. This is going.
Yep.
Welcome back, bud.
Thank you. Got all quiet.
Oh.
Well, Ash just got done talking. He was talking about one of the bands so that he's going to be having on his other channel, and here soon. He's waiting to hear back from them because of the whole flood thing that's going on in BC. He hasn't heard back from them, but he was just posting their link if anybody wants to take a listen to them.
So that link right there takes you right to their latest song. It's called Fair Weathered Friend. An amazing song. They have a couple other originals. One's called Drugs and Coffee, and the other one's called Bong Tokes. Good music. I like it. They're great Canadian people, and I can't wait to have them on the show, actually. Be able to sit back, finally meet them in person and smoke a joint with them. And they're going to play some music and right there in their studio. So whatever they play, I get to broadcast. So, but what are you guys doing for Christmas for the vets? Have you figured anything out yet, or?
We were working on something. Go ahead, bud.
Yeah, basically anything going out to do. We have some people that have told us they would take us out, but real life situations keep coming up, and so I'm still working out. But we have 2 other people that said they would still help us, and hopefully they will. Until I can get a better, more stable ride. Anytime I can get one, I'll take it.
Yeah.
No,
Did you
it's
see
just-
the message in chat there from Road Dog Media?
No.
And he
No.
mentioned something about being able to get you a ride or something. Might
Yeah,
be able to help
contact
you.
him.
So.
Yeah, contact Road Dog Media.
Yeah.
He said he may be able to
Do
help
you
you
have
with
his?
that.
Do you have his? I didn't see anything. Does he have an email I can reach out to him?
That was almost an hour ago, bud.
And you're just now telling me?
Well, you haven't been watching the chat?
I might have missed it. I mean, you miss things. Come on, dude.
I
So
think
what?
I assumed you
I
saw
think
that.
he got. I think he's. Yeah, well, he's got a way to get a hold of you. He's still around. I think in the chat, if he is, he's got a way to get a hold of you because he's been posting KY's link and posting yours and posting that.
Oh, there we go. Then you can get.
V4VETS as
my
well.
email
So,
and
yeah,
the
so
channel's
he's definitely
email.
got your information.
Oh, there it is. I emailed you guys. Get with me. I might be able to help you out with someone getting rides. Yeah, because that's the thing that's killing me right now. Even if I need a car for myself, because any car that's donated to V4VETS will not be used for any personal whatsoever because of insurance and stuff. You in California, you're a lunatic if you drive out with the signs on car. No, we're not gonna do that. So I can't use it. So, but we use for everything else. But I need a car to get around to do other things that are not quite related to V4VETS. I lost my ride. I got the ride from my mother, and had to get rid of my car to be able to just have that car with her because when I went down to take care of her.
Yeah.
So anyway. Yeah, so I'm definitely would be down for someone trying to help me get a car. That'd be just amazing. That way, if nothing else, I can go up and do my own shopping and stuff, which I can't do, email stuff. And then once we start getting donations and stuff into the storage area, I can go over there and work on it. Cars are essential. Now, we get a business one donated. Someone once said that they would try to get us a business one. Then that stays with like somebody else and me because I won't be able to drive around and do the things I want to do in it. It can only be used for going out to do the homeless stuff, which is only fair.
Well, I mean, but the thing is, if you're going to, for example, pick some stuff up at the post office that you're taking to the storage unit,
and
you're planning to go to do some work at the storage unit, you could technically use
Chad, anything that's not anything that is not related, period, to the V4VETS, I wouldn't be able to do it because of the insurance and the liability. You can't just if someone makes a donation to a charity, an individual person can't take over the owning of that car and use it like it's theirs because of the gas mileage and everything else. It's meant for what it's meant for. However, if I can get 3 or 4 people to go with me in a van like that, we could drive out to Arizona and pick up all the clothes.
So there's just another reason why I call myself the Ashamed Canadian, and what Stu said there. There's so many reasons why I call myself the ashamed Canadian, but it all comes down to, I love my country, but I'm ashamed of my government. Our government really ruined everything here. So
Same here. It's in the process of trying to do that now.
yeah. So
Doing
and
good.
yeah, and I see that there's now an ashamed American.
Ah,
So
there you go.
yeah.
20
see,
million
they-
ashamed Americans.
What a compliment, brother. They saw your name and went, yeah, I feel this guy.
Somebody had told me that they'd seen my arrest video, and somebody decided to pick up a camera and start a YouTube channel, a Canadian auditor. I just can't remember which one it was. But if I can inspire anybody to pick up a
BC
camera,
Paul.
is that who
BC
it
Paul,
was?
I think, wasn't it? I think it was BC Paul. I know it was one of the. Yeah, BC Paul, because it's the one that was. BC Paul's the roommate to Canadian Rights Review. And he'd seen it through Rights Review because he was there that night.
Yeah.
So
like that made me it gave me inspiration to keep fighting. That's why I've said time and time again that I want to just close down my channel sometimes, but then I look at it and I think, well, how can I change it to do some good? And
more good.
I think that I changed it around enough so that I'm trying to do good here by helping other people out, smaller channels, and even some of the bigger channels. Like, I had M-Star Media on just last week, and, I'm sitting
On
at
Wednesday.
600 and I think I had 645 subscribers. She's got over 3,100. And then Cal shows up, and then we had the UB Chillins. Both of them show up, and these are major
long hair,
channels showing up.
Mexican
These are
long,
all good,
Mexican
all
long
good
hair.
people. All good people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So,
But I mean, the thing is, though, too, the other thing to look at, though, too, with M-Star Media, she doesn't talk to a lot of people and do a lot of interviews.
Nope.
So, I mean, for her coming to such a small channel to do something like that, shows
That's
she
a big
supports
thing.
the
That's a
community.
big thing,
Shows, yeah, that's a big thing. Yeah. So, I mean, I will shout out, and I was on you people. Well, you people was here in the house. I mentioned to you people when I was on his stream the other night, the M-Star, and he was like, "What?" He goes, "She doesn't talk to anybody except for when she's doing a live chat." I'm like, "Yeah, well, we had her," and he's like, "I definitely have to go watch that," because he says, "I support you and Ash." So, and one of our first shows, of course, was Canadian Rights Media out of Calgary, Alberta. I mean, he's probably one of the largest activists out in Canada, and and he's known throughout the States as well. So I mean, the bigger channels come. That's part of what we want to do is showcase the bigger guys, showcase the smaller guys, and the ones that are in between. And especially with the veterans, because I mean, I grew up taught very much to respect my elders, and most of my elders were most of the elders in my family have been veterans. So,
wow.
Yeah, same with my uncles, my father, myself, my youngest son, now my grandson, my oldest grandson is an active duty Marine. He just joined a year ago.
I mean, I would have joined myself, but I went through Air Cadets, and after being timing out, aging out in Air Cadets, I was like, this isn't for me, and that's But I said I'm always going to support it, and I'm always going to be support a veteran when I see them. And when I lived in Halifax, I knew that I see him every time I was out Every time I was out downtown, I would see him. I would always give him a couple cigarettes, and throw him a couple dollars. And they see, because he served our country. He spent a lot of, and he spends a lot of time on the streets because nobody will help him get a place. So I tried, believe me, I tried to help him, and they didn't want to hear it, at the time. And this was long before the situations and times we're in now. But I mean, every time I saw him, I always gave him a handful of cigarettes and gave him some loose, loose toonies and loonies that were in my pocket. Sometimes I'd even buy him a coffee. And he always said, he says, you're one of the nicest people I've ever met. He says, if everybody take the time just to do this one thing like you did, he said, he says, would bring a smile to my face every day. And, just hearing that sometimes, that's all the reward you need. That you made somebody's day.
Yes.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Let's see if we can get this one up here. There's a new auditor that. Man, why can't I find anything?
You got that CRS?
Yeah, there it is.
You know what that is? A shame.
Shame.
Well, sorry.
You got that CRS.
The
Can't remember shit.
Oh yeah, badly.
Yeah.
And Bud Advance, he's got the CRSA. Can't remember shit anymore.
Exactly.
Oh. Yeah, I was looking for an auditor here that I wanted to put his link in, but I can't find him now. He's a new guy. His name, Canadian Rights Ontario.
Oh, okay. Oh, you want to put his link in?
Yes, please. There's another guy that could. I have so many 909. I got Canadian Rights Media.
You might find it before me, Ash.
Canadian Rights Ontario. Found him.
So you found it before me.
Yeah. Now this guy's only got 7 subscribers. And he's a new cop watcher. In the Toronto area. If you guys could at least go check him out. But
okay, I got a question. Citizen Not, are you a vet? Doesn't matter what country. Are you a vet? What about you, Road Dog Media? We'd just like to know.
I told this guy that I would help get him some subs, just like I said that I would try and help you guys. So, well, speaking of which, let's do a
Limey Redneck, welcome.
We're getting a bit of hippie people coming over and giving us some likes and love here too. I can tell.
Well, there you go.
I've seen some of these names over from hippies. Slow started the trend, but I've seen a few of them come in and they're just give it a comment and give it a like. They do that a lot for us. Although,
Come on, folks. We need at least 3 more likes for V4VETS, or 3 more subs. Come on. Anybody out there that hasn't subbed to V4VETS, please go over and sub them.
yes,
Limey
definitely.
Redneck, how are you, brother? Just a person.
And the other thing also, with me when I come over to your guys' channel and come up, it's there to support you, and also sometimes to cheer you up and give you a little bit of a laugh. That's why I enjoy tormenting you about the alligators, bud. Because you get riled up, but you get laughing too.
Yeah.
I might even start doing a joke night on one of my channels here yet. I might put a video together of all the jokes I know, and
I just keep reminding you though, bud. Make sure you let me know the day that moves point to Canada, so I am not there.
Exactly.
I don't want to get hit in the head with a random Snickers bar.
Now I have to go feed my dog real fast, guys.
yeah.
Well, how much longer did you want to go, bud? We're already almost.
I'll see how long.
15 minutes.
Well, that's up to you or him.
What are you thinking there, Ash?
Well, how about if we
Thank you, Limey.
How about if we go to the 3:30 mark?
Okay, that works.
Another
20
minutes. Yeah.
That gives,
This way,
that gives
then, if
any,
there's anything you guys want to get in now, and if anybody wants any questions asked, please ask them.
Right, just basically look, we will be having a couple shows coming up. We are still trying to work out something to do on Christmas. You know, but Christmas is a hard time to find everyone that's going to be available to go out. It would be nice. It really would.
Yeah. And this happens a lot too in Canada. Cops don't care about the pimps. They're just looking to see if they can grab the hooker to get a free job. They don't care about the kids that they use out there. Our streets are, littered with 15 to 16-year-old prostitutes out there and younger that these pimps are pimping out.
Limey Redneck says, no, not the military, but my dad was in the U.S. Air Force.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Citizen, that would be amazing. And Limey, we could have your father, if that would be an honor to have him come to our show too, if he was in the USAF, or just about,
If he's available.
Right. Well, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. That's why I kind of stuttered there for a minute. I was like,
yeah. He could be my age, and then that would be kind of tough.
He could be actually.
His father. Sure. He could be my age, and his father. Well,
and Limey's
Citizen
Limey also says they have shared a video advertise.
He's very shy.
Limey Rednecks also said they have shared a video and advertisement on Twitter and Facebook for you. So at some point,
nice, that's awesome.
So,
Citizen has just offered KY to host us on his live stream on Snark and Sassy, which, again, a neat thing to get our name out there. That would be amazing, and because. Like I said, I'm very happy tonight. Thank you so much. We're up to 310 at least that I know of.
Yep.
I haven't. Yep, we're up 310.
And you had what when you come in?
303. So we have got 7 new subscribers. Thanks to you.
Well,
I know you don't think that's a lot, brother, but we're at 310 now. Okay, you brought in 7 people tonight, which is over
And that's
7%
just tonight.
of all the subs,
And that's
right?
just,
I mean,
sorry, go ahead.
we did good. We did good tonight.
well,
We went
I'm-
out and spent $1,600. Spent 4 hours giving out food to, and we got 1 sub.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So
We were
come up here-
broadcast on 4 different channels simultaneously, and we got 1 sub.
1 sub and no donations.
No donations. Yep.
That will bankrupt us. We wouldn't be able to go out.
And you know what? If you guys had your PayPal and all your stuff hooked up, I would have been running the ticker along the bottom for your guys' PayPal because, see, on my channel, I'm not monetized. I don't want to be monetized. No super chats or that. So when I advertise for a PayPal down there, it's for the people that are up there, and the money goes right to them. It's got nothing to do with me. So this way, then I'm not involved or anything, and I don't have to transfer money. They just there it is. And that's the best that I could do is make sure that it's put out there for you. So, and that you get it the right way.
Yeah.
Oh, and since I do have a couple of you California boys up here, and then we're getting close to the end, but what's happening with Furry Potato?
She has started a new channel. It is
Another
furry.
one?
Well, yeah, because her Furry Potato Live got taken down again.
What happened there?
I don't know, something to do with CCW. I don't know. I don't know.
CCW did. Yeah.
Apparently,
See, there's a person I would like to have on the show, is Furry Potato.
Good luck with that.
But yeah, I tried even messaging her, and never get back to me. So I think I probably sent her about 8 or 10 emails.
She doesn't do panels. She came up on mine once.
Well, it's like M-Star. M-Star has never done a panel before. We were her first. So,
Yeah.
So, and she had a blast. She said she'd love to come back again at some point. She's not going to go and do them on a regular, obviously, but, she says, I prefer to be down in the chat on a chat as opposed to being on a panel, but, you never know.
And another thing that I'm working on doing.
Bell, shout out to Bell. I gotta always say shout out to Bell admin. Very fast.
Another thing I'm working on right now is if I can get enough people from in Canada that are going out and doing videos and that every day, I would actually like to do a news show where it's only auditors. So I'll bring them up and they show their video, see what's going on, and then drop them down, bring up another auditor,
I
and
just
do
erased somebody's message by mistake. Sorry.
He says
No, it
that.
was
But it
V4VETS.
was on purpose.
Yes.
But it'll be the auditor's news show.
There's Bell put out Furry's new link. It's Furry
Right.
Potato Reprisal.
Yeah. Yeah, I just said they're getting ready to do that too.
Let's go over to this page.
That's why we have Bell. He's on the ball.
Yes, and
That's why I said shout out to Bell. He's always on the ball.
Yep.
That's
He's one of the
he
hardest
was-
working mods out there. I see Bell in so many places helping out so many channels. I have to definitely say a shout out to Bell as always.
No, and
And
like
Furry's
I
a
said,
vet too, you know, and helps veterans
and
and dogs
you-
too. She's an animal lover, and I don't know if you saw the video the one time when she saved that black dog.
Yeah,
That
I've
was
seen
that
that
was
one.
awesome. I was there. I contributed. You know, we put I think it was what $400. We 430. We had to come up with something like that to get the dog out of the pound. Otherwise, it was going to be put down. So
holy fuck, my computer. Oh, there it is. Finally caught up.
it's like El Sokol. I've been watching El since he crashed his first car and he was riding around on the bike with the basket and the Dr. Pepper and a
Yeah,
Snickers bar.
yeah. I heard him talking about. I heard him talking about his Dr. Pepper and a Snickers bar a couple times when he was up. I don't know. Honestly, that was actually the first time I had heard. Actually, earlier that day was the first time I'd actually heard of him. I heard
Really?
his name mentioned before. Well, no, seriously, I'm being honest. First time I actually really heard of him. I heard his name around and really didn't put two and two together who he was. And then I'd been watching M-Star, doing some binge watching on M-Star, and before she came up on the show, and I literally. Like, oh, okay, so this Al SoCal is connected to M-Star. They do a lot of work together, and then he popped up on the panel, and we had a good old conversation.
Yep.
Al's great, man. I remember
Oh,
when
yeah.
the first time I met Jen was when I used to go and troll Masshole, and and I was in there, and they started to attack Al on that video where he got chased by the cops, and I laid into him, and I'm like, oh wow, you guys want to sit up here and talk about how great you are, and then you're going to attack some poor guy that's scared. He's not one of those auditors that yells at cops or anything that you hate, the frauderator, and now you're making fun of him because he's afraid. That was just nasty. Anyway, they removed everything. They took that entire segment out and the comments, removed it, deleted it from the video.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I called Al. I didn't call him. I got a hold of him in a chat and told him to get a hold of me, and he did. And I told him, take down that stupid video, dude. But Al's bike ones were the best. There's so much better in the car one because he would drive around on his bike, and he always would do the recap of everything in chat. He would read through the chat at the end of the show.
Yeah.
So yeah, I loved his bike. I used to call him the bike auditor.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, though, too, I mean, now, especially him working with M-Star, he's got somebody there covering his back that's reliable, And
Oh, he had people follow him. He had reliable people that went out with him when he went out. Trust me, there was a lot of good people that followed Al around to make sure he was okay.
And he got attacked that time and beat up.
Yeah, that was
he was talking about that.
That was bad, dude. I was there with
That
him,
was
and I
bad.
was
Yeah, he
trying to
looked
yell
bad.
something.
He looked bad afterwards.
But see, there's all the positive of that event was the cop that had been harassing Al was transferred.
Yep.
So all his problems stopped because that's the only problems Al had. And we made calls to the police station and told them, well, why are you picking on a guy that doesn't, and they listened. They actually transferred him.
He's also we were talking about a lot about his so-called admirer on the police force, Lady Cop.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you see that video? It's on M-Star's channel actually,
Yeah.
That's the funniest version of it. God,
Yeah,
even M Star's laughing through it. So
yeah. Which she let us play it actually on the show as well, and then Al came up shortly right after that.
yeah.
Actually, it was right after that. Yeah. So that he fucked up. But so they, it was a good show, and I subscribed right to Al right on the show, so I know they definitely say yes. There's his links. Thank you, Mal. Definitely, there's his link.
So
Yeah, and Al wouldn't show his face. He's never shown his face to date.
He actually showed his face to us on channel. Yeah, we saw his face.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean back behind stage, right? I didn't think he did it. He didn't do it in public.
No, and I give everybody the option first to turn their camera off before I bring them up.
Yeah, well, he kept it off for the most part until the challenge showed up, and then when the challenge came up, he put his face up and then was showing his face most of the time while the challenge were on. It was
Wait, you mean backstage, right?
No, on the live stream.
Oh, which show was that?
Our
the
show.
The Sidekick show with M-Star Media.
Right, but how many of them you got up? So which one?
That's the only one called. No, with M-Star Media.
With M-Star Media.
Oh, it was the M-Star Media one. Okay.
Yeah. He came up right after M-Star played the video with him and her out cop watching, and of course Lady Cop was there, and she was being very flirty with Al, and M-Star of course was playing off of that, and then when Lady Cop realized it was M-Star Media that was the female, she was getting very, very being on her very, very, very best behavior, not to cause any problems. So, but she was flirting with Al like crazy. It was cute.
What was that? Who was that again?
Lady Cop. It's one of the ones that he follows. He calls Lady Cop.
Oh, how funny! You mean the cop? The real cop? Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, real cop. Yeah, real cop. Lady Cop.
I thought it was somebody that came into chat.
No. It's the real cop. That's her nickname. That's the nickname they've given her is Lady Cop.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So.
If you get a chance, go check out that live stream. It's a little long, but fuck, man, we had some fun on there.
Yep. Another one too that we also had some fun with, of course, was Canadian Rights Media. And, yes. And by the way, speaking of which, earlier on today, he dropped the video he was talking about with the female police officer that came up to him. That he was all saying, like, you guys got to see this female cop. You guys got to see this female cop. Throughout the whole panel, he was it's the most recent one he just dropped. Yeah.
He won't mind.
We can play that. We can show it after if anybody wants to stay backstage. Yeah, but because we're at the 2-minute mark and it's about halfway through. So yeah. I already posted a comment. She can arrest me anytime. And wow, you had a Blues Brother show up. Because the guy that he was talking about that he was talking to looked like a Blues Brother. Literally. He was I'll spoil this much. He was auditing a church. One of the Latter-day Saint churches. And this guy pulls up partway through the video, and he's like literally, black suit, white shirt, black tie, black fedora on, and you could tell his glasses would tint in the sunlight. So I just say, "Oh, there's a Blues Brother."
Well, here.
We can always share the link. I'm sure people won't have a problem with that, or
That's what I'm doing right now.
But yeah, like we've done some. We've had that's our goal. Big or small, we don't care. We'll bring you bring it on. You know, Ash has dropped his email and his email's on his channel, and he says the other email as well that he had here earlier. I know you're looking for the other link. I'll try to get that for you there, Ash.
I got it. Canadian Rights Media. I just posted it. Way ahead.
Hey,
I was
Chad,
talking
check
about
that.
your other email there.
Oh, here, I'll get that.
Check that video, Chad. I
Check
think
what,
he
bud?
removed. The picture is nothing but black of Al SoCal, so he must have removed the photo, which he can do. Can he?
Okay. He was up a couple times with video, but not too often. He kept it mostly black, so he did.
Oh, I
put
can't find
a
where he
black
showed
screen.
himself. All I saw was black. No biggie.
There's
I know when he shows himself that M-Star made the comment about there's my handsome partner.
Oh no! I can't. I'm not watching it. I'm on your panel,
okay.
dude. I wouldn't be able to do that, so I can't play it. I was just, how the little picture thing at the bottom. You move your cursor over it, the timeline. That's it. That's so no. I don't know where.
You wouldn't see it. It's not just up in there. I've already looked. It's at a certain point in the video that he does that. So you have to watch it to see, bud.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch it.
It's closer to the end.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen Al SoCal. I saw the reflection off the ceiling. Did you ever guys see that when he did that? It was so funny.
Yeah.
Because they kept bashing him about showing his shelf food. He said, okay, I'll show you what I look like. And then he shows the ceiling with the reflection. I laughed my ass off because you can see his long hair, right? You make out that he has long hair, but...
Yeah, I've been following Al for a long time.
Yeah.
He was one of the first ones, and he's always... We always say hi to each other every time we see each other in chats and that. So it was great to finally meet him. And
well, it's really cool that, like I said, he is a non-aggressive auditor.
Yeah.
Which I like. He does not. He's more like a and I don't want to say that now. He's more like a what do you call it? A stringer.
Yeah. He's just there for the news.
He's just there for the news. He's not there to scream or make comments to him or anything like that. He just goes there and does what he does, and I love him for that.
Yeah.
That's why it was so frustrating that cop was giving him all that shit. So, I started making calls to the police station and complaining about it, and then the guy beat him up.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. That's what finally got him transferred, and thank God, because ever since then, Al hasn't... Because no one disliked Al. The cops, they didn't really have a problem with him, just that one. Al doesn't make fun... Do you know what the only reason he had problems with the cops was? The only reason? His drinking. All right. Other than that, they didn't have a problem. Whatever. That one cop just had a chip on his fucking shoulder. He couldn't stand it.
Yeah. Well, we are just over the 3:30 mark.
Oh shit, good. I'm gonna feed the doggy too. I forgot about that. Again, ashamed, Chad. Thank you so much for having us up.
My pleasure. Anytime.
We gotta do this again.
Definitely.
Yes, and like I said, once you get all that other stuff settled up, we can do another one so that we can announce everything for you and get it out there through this channel too. So, and hopefully people will see this, go back and maybe watch it or send it to their friends, and that maybe we can get you a few more subscribers.
Awesome, and you did great tonight. Thank you again so much.
So,
all right, guys,
and we will definitely, as unfortunately, at least for another week, until we have another show scheduled, We have to resort back to being the sidekicks, Ash. But we will
Yeah.
definitely, while we're on other panels, we will definitely promote the show we had with you guys so that others can come over, like, share, and subscribe to you guys.
There you
Very
go. We'll
good.
do the same here. All right, Chad. Ashamed.
And
Of
there
course,
will
you
be
know,
someone on
KY.
Sunday. Next Sunday, there will be somebody. I
Yes.
don't know who
Okay.
yet, but we'll have somebody next Sunday.
So keep your ears posted, and if we find out, we'll definitely pop over and let you guys know as well on your channel as well. So people there, if they want to come back and continue
Is
supporting the
it
sidekicks,
generally about the same time, about 7 or 8 o'clock at night?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
Well, I'll
usually-
probably pop
we're
in. I'll
usually-
probably pop in.
Exactly.
Usually, yeah.
Tonkin.
Tonkin right at the very end. All right,
He always
guys.
shows up right near the end. It's
Of
just his
course.
way.
Well, if I
It's
don't go
just
and
his
feed
way.
my dog, she's gonna bite me. All right.
Okay, so
Again,
Can't have
thank
any
you,
more of
Bud.
this.
Thank you, KY.
She doesn't
Thank
have any
you.
teeth, but so he's not too worried.
Not
As
two,
always.
but still, man, it's the
It's
little.
cool to make them wait if they know it's time to eat.
I know that's the way I look at it. She's staring at me with those. I can't do it.
Another
All right,
couple of
guys.
weeks, and she might show a rib.
Yeah.
All right, get that lovely little lady some food there, Bud.
Yeah.
Give her a
Okay.
scratch. Give her all a scratch for us.
All righty. Bye, Keeper. Thank you for coming in. Bell, always Tonkin. Anyone else, Graham? And I will butt out.
Everyone, stay safe, be well. Till next time. KY out.
Watch out for those alligators on the way back up. Oh, he's gone. Watch out for those alligators up backstage there, Bud. Remember, stay away from the right side.
Okay, again, thanks everybody for joining us tonight, and don't forget to go over and like, share, and subscribe to V4VETS, and don't forget to hit that like button on the way out, folks.
Oh, I got it already. The first thing I do is hit the button. Someone invites us. Hit that button.
Yeah.
So you heard that they're going to eliminate the sound button, right?
Yeah.
That's what we heard. That maybe the beginning of next month, or the first of the year, they're going to eliminate the down button. So you can only.
It's already eliminated off of my channel. It just says dislikes. It doesn't say how many. It'll show how many thumbs up, but no thumbs down.
I was just at a different channel, and they had likes and dislikes.
On this one,
And
yeah.
No, not yours. I was just
Yeah.
at a different channel, and it had likes and dislikes on the video. And I thought, well, okay, so it must be maybe like the 1st of December. Yeah, or it's the 1st of January. So I'm not sure when.
It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's coming down the wire. That's for sure. I've heard that. In
We're
Reddit
from the
somewhere.
government. We're here to help. You know, one of those things.
Yeah. Yeah.
And one good thing, we did get 31 likes tonight. So thank you all for hitting the
You're
like
welcome.
button.
Yes. Thank you.
And again,
everyone.
thank you for all you do, KY.
You're welcome.
I've known you for a little while. You got a heart of gold, and my heart goes out to you. And I hope nothing but the best. And let's get you to 1,000 really quick.
We appreciate that. Again, we don't care whether monetized. We just need to get that community page so we can put more information out.
Yeah, and you can get the community page after 500 subs.
After 500?
Yeah, because I have a community page already. So that's how I've been pumping out the show. I made it, put it on my community post.
All right.
So that's one thing that you got to look forward to. Less than 200 subs now, so that you can get that community page. So, but let's try and get you to 1,000 by the end of the year.
That would be great.
That would be definitely great to see for them.
Yeah,
well deserved.
Start the new year off with 1,001 subs. Let's see if we can do it, folks. And with that, we are out. You guys have a great night, and we will see you again Sunday or before.
Yep. Thank you again.
You're welcome, KY.
Have a nice
And you're-
evening.
Yes, we didn't forget about you down in the corner, Robert. Thank you for coming up.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the chat.
Well, we appreciate you coming up, and don't forget to get a hold of KY and Bud too, so that they can, they may be able to get you some other avenues for help and stuff like that. So,
Are they the ones that V4VETS?
Yes,
Yes.
that's us.
Yeah,
That's us.
that's them. Yep.
Yeah.
The other one that someone had mentioned that their father was the Air Force, but he's shy. Jim Busby was very, very shy. It took him over a month. He came to our show in the chat, and then finally we got him to come up on the show.
Just get him to come over and watch. I'll say it this way.
That's what I told him. We could just come over and
when
watch
somebody-
and see what we're
Yeah.
about. That's right.
Exactly, and there's all kinds of good people over there. I mean, not everybody that is always up on the panel is a vet, but we are supporters of the vets,
Exactly.
and we're we just come in to help out and get read the chat out for them so they can take a break and don't have to do it and just focus on talking about their show and focusing on their guests. So it's all about giving them a hand wherever you can and how you can. And even getting your father to come in and watch the show is definitely a help. And if he decides when he's ready to come up, they will welcome him up on the panel with open arms.
Oh, absolutely. And no matter what day either, because we can always work around. Our schedule is pretty open right now. We only have the one show right now, so if we need to do a show in the middle of the week, we proved it. We'll do it.
Yeah, we did it for M-Star.
Yeah.
The only time we could get her was during the middle of the week, so don't have a problem.
So
After
anything
hours,
like that, we can work around anything like that. I'm up all hours of the night, so and I'm I always talking with Wiley Coyote out there, so and there's a few other that I've been talking to out there, and so I'm up all the time talking different time zones. So if ever you need anything, like I said before, man, you have my email address. Just here on YouTube. If you need to, if you see me doing a live and you need to talk to me, you can shoot a quick message in saying I need to talk to you, and I'll text you or whatever. So we're there for you, brother. And whatever we can do, just let us know. We want to help you with this, and we want you to walk out with your head high when all of this is done and over with. Okay?
Well, I thank you for everything.
Well, no, I want to thank you for what you've done.
A man shouldn't have to give up his dignity because he served.
That's right.
Exactly.
So I have major respect for you. I always will. I tell people about you all the time. I try to share your link with them and that as much as I can. I see how fast this news got around. The very first night, while you were on Wile E. Coyotes, and I was up there on the panel with them, and that's when we were going through all this, and that's when it just went kind of viral through our community.
Yeah.
So
that's where I first heard about it.
Hats
from
off
you,
to
and I
Wile.
went back and watched it on what. Oh yeah, definitely.
But hats off to Wile E. Coyote for helping you bring this story out. So,
yeah, he's really been the kingpin.
Yes. So, and if you guys don't know, go check him out. He's got a new channel now. I'm not sure the name of it right off the top of my head, but as soon as I do, for the next show, I'll have a link and everything for him. But you should go check him out and go check out Robert Bodell. And if you guys don't know who he is, please just go check out um, Robert Bodell on YouTube and that. He's very open. And he has all the paperwork and everything there for you to
And
go
we
through.
also have a show on the channel still. I think on your channel still. He was one of our very first guests on the Sidekick show. As
Yeah,
well.
he was. Yeah, and I had him up on the Remembrance Day show too.
That was the
Yeah.
first show. That was our
Yeah.
very first show. It was the Remembrance Day show we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whatever I can do. Like I said, I'm not a big channel. I'm not that influential. But it seems like it's been getting around more and more. I'm just glad that I could do my part in helping whatever small way that I could. But
Well, we do our part. I mean, we do our part. We're always the sidekicks on other panels, but here we rule the roost, and we will support you and give you any support we can if we have you here. And, you're always part of the Sidekick family once you've been on the Sidekick show, whether you're a sidekick or not.
yeah. So yeah, you are part of the family.
You guys are working miracles already.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but we're trying. We're trying to do what's right, where a lot of people are just closing their eyes and
walking away. That's right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they're putting the horse blinders on, is what it is. Is that if it's got nothing to do with them directly, then they don't give a crap, and that's the wrong attitude to have. Maybe I should go back to start doing a little bit of preaching once a week or something here, but it's getting ridiculous how we're treating our fellow people. Like,
I sense
there's
Pastor Ash coming back.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, there's two types of people in this world. Period. You have man and you have woman. You might be different shades, colors, heights, widths, but we're all man and woman. We all bleed the same. We all have the same organs. We're just brought up differently. Nobody is born into hate. It is taught. And what we're taught on the streets and in schools and just on YouTube alone and all these movies and that, you see so much bullshit, and they hide so much. And that's why I'm really thankful that there's actually auditors out there now that are going out and trying to hold these guys accountable, because they're all looking at all these shows on TV like Law and Order and Blue Bloods and all these cop shows and that Chicago PD and that, they make it look like they're the heroes, but they don't show any of the dirtiness in it. That's what people need to see, and that's why it's good to have the auditors out there to expose it.
The other side of the coin.
Yeah. And one of the most bizarre ones that I see today, right now, AZ Unfiltered put it out, and he was behind a fence, and he caught them basically showing how they just did it for fun. They're just pretext stops for no reason and that, and making jokes about it and everything. The cops didn't even know he was there. So if you can, go check out that video, man. It's only about a 4 or 5 minute video, but you catch the cops basically showing how disrespectful they are, and they don't give a shit about the citizens. It was amazing. So
There's no limit what they'll do.
no,
Good night,
No.
T. Good night, Journey to Justice. Thank you for stopping in, both of you. And everyone else, I need to go now. I should have left 10 minutes ago.
Good night.
When you're having a
Good
good
night,
time, it's
bud.
hard to leave, you
Good night,
know?
KY. Oh, I know. Good night, KY. Take
Good
care.
night. Best wishes.
what really got me turned against the corruption in the police was when I was really badly beaten by the Toronto police. I was pretty much left for dead. So that's when I started trying to expose things. I exposed that, and it took a while. I got run out of the province, but you know, I won. I actually had cops put in jail. The first time I ever heard of it, but it actually happened in Toronto. But it wasn't just me that did it. There was a lot of other people involved in this, but it was mainly because of the beating that I took by two cops that they got 5 and 8 years in jail. So
Cool.
But my, you know, I as a kid growing up, 14, well, 12, 13, 14 years old when I lived at home, I always had the cops chase me. So
You were a
could
bad,
never.
you were a bad little one, were you?
Oh yeah, well that's where all my criminal record is.
Yeah.
You know, up until I was, you know, maybe 19. There was no Young Offenders Act or anything back then.
Yeah.
And the cops didn't give a shit either back then.
Well, even after the Young Offenders Act was passed, they still were very hard on young people. You know, that first few years, even after the Young Offenders Act.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you know, people think that the police have all this power, and unfortunately, in the courtroom, they do to an extent. And if we can start getting people to stand up and start exposing all these dirty cops and showing it and putting it out over the internet, like Mr. Bodell here, you know, and exposing how dirty they are, maybe then we might start getting a little bit of a change. I'm not saying it's going to stop it by any means. You're going to have dirty cops, period.
Yes.
We've seen what happens to good cops when they turn in or arrest dirty cops. Those good cops get fired, and those dirty cops get off.
That's in best case scenario.
Yes.
They get they get fired in best case scenario.
You know, that's why we have ex-cops as auditors now. And a lot of people, you know, you got James Madison audit. He was a cop for 8 years. And then you got We the People University. He was a deputy sheriff and a cop. And then what's the other one there? Not Jeff is here. Oh, man. But there's another one there. He was an ex-cop and wasn't Texas Sheepdog 72 an ex-jail guard. You know, so you know those are the ones that I would call the good cops because they're no longer there and they're exposing what's so bad about the police. And they did the right thing by leaving because they didn't want to be involved with the corruption that was going on. and they can't change it. One person can't change it. And you don't have enough in one police. You know, you might have one or two half decent cops that want to do the right thing in the police force in a certain sector. Say in Toronto, they got a bunch of them. So say you had, and I'm going by a long shot here, but say you had two good cops in 51 Division in Toronto. Never happened, but say you had two. They wouldn't be able to change the mentality of the rest of the cops that are in
No.
that division in 51 Division, because there's a mentality there across the whole Toronto police force that you just do whatever you want and the union will back you up. And you know, what's the worst? You say that you didn't know the law, you didn't understand the law or something like that, so you should be excused. And you know, there's so many excuses that they use. So I know that they're on Mr. Bodell's. They're going to try everything they can. They're going to try and make it look like this was all his fault just for exercising his rights. If anything, they could have waited. They could have went down the road and double check before engaging like that. It was proven that Mr. Bodell did not have care and control of the vehicle, because in order to have care and control of a vehicle, you have to have the keys, whether they're in your pocket or in the ignition. If you're in the vehicle and you have the keys on you or in the ignition, then you are in care and control of the vehicle. But he didn't even have the keys. They were a mile and a half, 2 miles down the road in somebody else, in the owner's pocket. So for him to just sit there and you know, if the cop would have waited a little bit, and because they sent somebody else down, you know, they could at least drove him there to get the gas and come back, you know, but they couldn't even do that. That's how in January, like we see the snowbanks and everything there. And you know, they're trying to do everything they can to get something on him about drinking, and you know, so New York Tyrant Hunter, good to see you, brother. We are just getting ready to close shop here.
They were going to end here for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
We're almost at the 4-hour mark.
Yeah. So yeah, we have to close down. So
Yes.
Again,
you're the only one that has control over that tonight, Ash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Again,
You put it
thank
on,
you,
you
folks.
put it on the other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you, folks, all for coming. Don't forget to go over and hit the subscribe button for V4VETS. Tell them the sidekick sent you. Thanks for all the likes tonight, folks. And again, we will see you Sunday or before. And Chad, anything?
I'm just going to say, remember, everybody, for those out there that are in a 1A or 1B, keep your cameras rolling. And remember, in Canada, it's not 1A, it's 2B. Or what?
Or not to be. Okay, folks. Good night.